Hello, everybody, and welcome in to episode 1, but we're really going to be calling this the Interlude to Whispers of the Vampire's Blade. Tonight's experience is dubbed A House of Silent Screams, and it will be following him below me, right there, the man himself. Frost is diving in.
Get it? Silent Screams?
Yeah, yes, I was picking up what you're putting down there. Yeah. So we're going to see exactly what sort of things we can kind of peel back here. It's going to be a little bit different because, as we were saying just moments ago, we're used to running with a 4, 5, or 6-man experience. And this is going to be significantly more focused because it's just you. Just you and I here. So, I've got some monologue for you. I have some details, and at any point you want to know what something means or like how it's being conveyed, just pause, ask me, and I'm happy to re-explain.
Okay.
So chat, without further ado, we're gonna dive in. I know we're starting a little early. Hope you're not mad. The road to the estate is long, winding, and swallowed in shadows. No matter how far Ivan has traveled, no matter how many roads he's walked, they all seem to lead here, to the place that he swore he'd never call home. A place built not of stone and timber, but of whispers, unseen hands, secrets. The road behind you was long, but the one ahead is still short. The estate rises like a specter against the fading lights, its tower and gables clawing at the skies. It's too quiet, Ivan. No servants waiting at the grand steps, no warmth spilling from the windows. Only the heavy stillness of a house that does not welcome guests. It takes them. Brother Garrow breaks the tensions. You were brought here against your will, boy. That much is clear. But beyond that, there are no answers. Only locked doors and lingering stares from unseen eyes. He points upward to your mansion, the home that you're supposed to be potentially overtaking if all goes well. This is not a house. It's a cage. Its bars carved from wealth and whispers. The people who live within these walls, they do not simply speak, they maneuver. Every word has weight. Every silence is a noose waiting to tighten. So tread carefully if you wish to see the sunrise. Ivan, he pulls the door closed behind you. You were called here. Why? What role do you play in this quiet and creeping game? You don't know yet. But you have a suspicion that the house knows. And it seems to be waiting for you to find out. And as the cart bearing Brother Garrow vanishes into the rain-slickened streets of Sharn's skyway, your gaze is drawn to the shadowed archways of the Freely Estates. And there, poised against the soft glow of lamplight, stands a woman of unmistakable nobility. Her silhouette framed in the high collar of an opulent gown, the faint shimmer of gemstones catching what little dares to touch her. Her posture is rigid, poised in a manner that suggests ownership rather than welcome. A quiet command of presence that requires no words. She does not step into the night's rain, and nor does she beckon you. She only watches, her gaze a quiet, patient weight upon you. There is no urgency, there is no threat, only the certainty that she is waiting for you to step forward, to take your place among those who keep the estate. Night 1, Arrival. What do you do, Ivan?
So do I know this person in front of me?
You don't. She's probably I would say about 100 feet away. She's casting a darkened silhouette from the doorway itself. You can tell it is a woman, but not one you're familiar with.
No, don't get up. I'll be there in a sec.
You can see her arms placed off to the side, like so, but the hands crossed in the middle, the elbows perched up above the opulent gown itself. No one comes to greet you, or carry what little you have on you.
It's very ominous. I mean, I guess I'll just make my way. I don't really think I have things. Just got shit on my back, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you probably have a backpack, is my guess. Likely.
Yeah.
And some things that you've accumulated in your travels, mostly adventuring gear, but yes. As you begin to approach the Freely estate, you don't feel greeted with the warmth of what you may expect, except with cold, almost mechanical hospitality by the staff, as you see them pass by the matron of the home. 2 gentlemen? As your eyes seems to adjust to the night, you realize that they are not men. They're warforged. Both of them.
Oh.
They wait to collect your belongings if you offer it to them.
I do not. I'm traveling pretty light. I don't think that I'll be needing any help. I appreciate it, though.
The first of the 2 seems to be a bit more of a towering figure with an elongated frame, plated in a dull, dark brass that seemed to once like glisten and gleam in the shine, but no longer. His faceplate's smooth, save for 2 deep-set eye slits that glow dimly. As he moves, with unhurried steps, but they're broad.
Yes, sir.
The other seems to step out of the way as well, nodding, never quite speaking to you. There stands the woman. Would you like a description of her, or would you like to take the reins and describe what you believe this woman looks like?
You wrote down a description of her, but you're willing to let me just...
This is Ivan's story.
I don't know who this is supposed to be, Bub. I think it's better if you do this.
Okay, all right, sure. Standing before you, the matron of the house, Saraphina Freely.
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that.
It's your mother-in-law. There's something about her that is uncanny to you. She's beautifully striking. A perfect blend of youthful vigor, aristocratic grace. Her skin is smooth and pale, almost unnaturally flawless, with a faint ethereal glow that gives her a timeless quality. Her hair is long, it's raven black, cascading in waves to her waist, and though it shows no signs of age, there's something unsettling about the way it seems to almost shimmer in the dim light. Her eyes, once a warm brown, now glassy, lifeless sheen. Though there are fleeting moments when they spark with something unsettlingly distant. Her features are sharp, finely chiseled, with high cheekbones and full lips that, though beautiful, are often twisted into a subtle and distant smirk. Ivan.
Can I just walk up and like do the... Because you said she was like this.
Yes.
Like, I'll just like walk up like that.
Sure. You cross your
This is
hands, almost in imitation.
Yeah. And it's kind of like supposed to be like a sneer insult. Like it's not joking a whole lot. It's just like, what the hell? It's why does it feel like sticks are up everybody's butt? You know, that's kind of what I'm trying to put off.
Sure, of course. Her lips purse, and they tighten, thinning out, creating what feels to be 2 very faint lines across her face. She does not seem to be entertained or tickled by your candor, by your physical gesture. She drops her hands and offers you into the home, sidestepping out of the frame.
Hello to you too. I'll walk in, I guess.
Perfect. As you seem to step into the manor home. You're greeted at first in the foyer, a grand yet unsettling in its grandeur, the polished wood floors gleaming under the soft glow of chandeliers, and the high ceilings echoing the sounds of your footsteps as you enter. Your eyes can't help but to be drawn by the grand staircase, a feature that looms like a quiet sentinel. Despite its size, Ivan, the estate has a strange sense of isolation. Show Ivan to where he will be staying, says the woman. The Warforged chimes.
Yes, ma'am.
And the broad Warforged seems to step by you, gracefully so despite his lumbering size, and he begins to guide you to the staircase. Do you follow? Do you have any questions? Anything that you'd like to interject with?
As I would say, like, as I'm getting ready to like turn away, I would like extend a hand out for a handshake, like, good to see you.
She hits you with the subtle smile and grin, but she never quite is willing to reach out to extend that shake to you. She nods.
I'll then reach over to the Warforged that is leading me and be like, Ivan, by the way, I don't think we've acquainted.
He turns to you, looks down at your hand, and extends his in a similar shake.
They call me Porter.
Porter.
Yes.
That you said they call you.
Yes.
Who's they?
The matron and patron of House Freely.
Does nobody else call you that?
Cinder calls me Porter as well. The children of House Freely call me Porter as well.
What do you call you?
I am known as Porter.
Okay, I was just making sure. It looked like you had like your own name. I just didn't want to. I wanted to call you by what you wanted to be called. You want to be called Porter? I'll call you Porter. It didn't seem like.
I am called Porter.
Porter. Good to meet you.
Again, he extends his hands, guiding to the upper steps above. Give me a perception check, please. Oh, wait, you hold that thought. You can't.
Yeah, I don't have access to my character sheet. I was looking for it this entire time. Good, you're good.
Oh, you even tried. I see here. Let's go ahead.
Yeah. I was pressing buttons.
Yep. In player's journal. Controlled by save changes. You should see your character sheet now.
Ivan PP freely.
I'd like a perception, please.
It's been a minute. Dusting off this old thing, huh?
Yeah. Perfect. 17. You follow the direction of his gaunt mechanical fingertips as it seems to force you further and deeper into the estate. And from where you stand, as you seem to glance upward into the estate, you see eyes above in the balcony that seems to loom overhead. It's been a while since you've seen them. They were significantly younger since the last time you were here. It's been maybe 25 or 30 years. That woman hasn't aged a day, interestingly enough, and you're certain that she's human. You find that uncanny, given the nature of your relationship with your own mother at the same time, who is also a human.
So it's not my mom, but it's another human that looks like they haven't aged.
More than that, it's a woman that looks remarkably like your mother. But it's not. It's not your mom.
I'm sure of that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, this person is cold, calloused, uninviting, and your mother has been the antithesis of that. She's the first to offer everything, the clothes on her back, to make sure that you have anything you ever needed, even to strangers. This person has never done anything like that, so far as you can tell on first read. But the eyes that you peer up and that you see above in the balcony above. Children. They're your brothers, Ivan. Two sets of eyes. Give me a memory test. In this case, it's going to be a wisdom. So click on just your wisdom, and let's see what you roll. 13's pretty good. glance back to them and then to the woman. You're certain that one of them was Lyion. And Oven? They used to call him Avi.
Oven and Lyion. Oven,
Yes.
Lyion, Porter. Oven, Lyion, Porter. I don't have the girls here tonight to remember everything for him.
Sure. When your eyes catch theirs, the younger of the two seems to dart away. The older still remains, and he's watching. Like a caged animal.
Are they within earshot, or are they like that far away? Because I know this place is fucking massive.
They can hear you.
Which one can I still see? You said one of them ran away.
Of the two, you believe that it's Lyion. Lyion was older.
Lyion?
There's a pause for a moment before you can see the eyes sort of shift above the balcony and just move outside of your field of vision. Before inevitably, there are steps, the sounding of them meandering down the stairs. I've got a description for you if you'd like. Lyion Freely. Lyion appears, by all standards, to be a preteen. 11, maybe 12 years old. But for a half-elf, he's probably in his 30s. 32, 33, you would think. Slight, almost wraith-like figure, with ink-dark hair kept impeccably neat. His eyes are sharp. They're almost too sharp for a child. As if always dissecting the world around him. His skin is pale, as though he spends little time in the sun, and his clothing is always perfectly in order. Never a wrinkle. Never a thread out of place.
Wonder where he gets that from.
He pauses 5 or 6 steps down, fully showing himself to you. He doesn't say anything immediately. He waits for you or for a figure that may be looming behind you to offer permission.
I feel like I didn't have bad relationships with them necessarily. Like,
No, but it's been a long time.
oh yeah, I mean, absolutely. It's
And at that time, Lyion was young, but Avi was basically a baby.
how you been?
There's a pause, almost as if trying to understand a language that's foreign to him before he moves his eyes back up to yours. I'm well. We're taken care of here. Porter, I can show him the rest of the way to his room.
Of course, Master Lyion.
He extends his hand almost as if to grab yours, encouraging you up the steps.
I'll take his hand.
Sure. You walk up.
Thank you, Porter.
Of course, Master Rylan.
Porter disappears. The other never seemed to re-enter the home. And feeling as if something or someone is watching, you look down over the back of your shoulder. Casual glance. And the woman that you believe is your stepmother never quite moves from that position. Still she stands, with her hands locked tightly.
Is she a Warforged?
She is not. She is not. She does move very mechanically, though, yes. You begin to disappear into the estate. You feel like, for the moment, despite all things, it's just you and Lyion. You're not quite sure where Avi has gone off to. And you still haven't seen the man that you believe is your father.
What'd you say it like that?
You didn't know that these were your brothers.
Are you spoiling shit? He's not my real dad.
Hey.
Is Kane my real dad?
You're older than Kane.
No, we're like the same age. He's just older in terms of
Yeah, no, yeah.
He's about to
I got
die,
you. I got
yeah.
you. Yeah.
yeah. No. I don't I don't know what to say. You look well. Strong.
Thank you. I am, after all, a growing boy, and I'm fine. That
This
feels...
is feeling gross, right? Like this.
That feels, for all intents and purposes, it feels almost rehearsed.
Yeah. Like that's why like I thought she was a warforged. Now he's coming off as a not even a warforged, just a bot, like a robot.
Yeah,
Warforged have personality.
they do. You've met plenty with personality.
Yeah. This just feels yeah, this feels weird. How long do we have until the room? Like, are we just making our way?
Sure. He begins to move down the length of the hallway. It seems probably, 40 or 50 feet of hallway up to this point before it breaks off to the right, and he stops in front of a door. The door seems to be shut just fine, and he stands there staring at it, uncannily so, before finally positioning his right arm at the door, looking to you. He offers his hand to the door handle.
Like I'm supposed to do it? That's my job.
Yes.
Do you want to come in, catch up? And I'll like go to open the door.
As you open the door, he declines. He says, I feel as if I should check in on Avi. He is not well.
Well, what's going on with him?
I guess you could say that he is shy around new people. Even if you're supposed to be his brother, he's never known you.
No, that's fair. It is my fault. I'd love to come meet him.
In time. In time, I'm sure he'll come by.
Should I be worried that we're being listened to here at all times?
What would you like to roll to determine that? Or would you like to roll at all?
I'm trying. What do I roll to play to somebody's nature? Like to play, like I'm trying to like.
So maybe you want to see what sort of, if they have odd intentions or if they may be disguising some information. It would be like a sense motive. You're trying to see if there is something more that they've sort of disguised within themselves. But again, it sort of comes down to how you wish to do this. You could play it off. You know that you have time here.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll just try to sense motive. I don't know.
All right, let's see here. A 20 is really good. So what was your question? In regards to the sense motive, I'd like to be able to identify exactly what you need to know.
I don't know. I'm wanting to kind of guide one. I mean, are we just being listened to at all times? But also like, are you somebody that is going to be relaying information? Like that's kind of the question.
Oh,
That's kind of
okay.
the way that I'm, like, should I be worried about the things that I say at all times?
So you're
To him.
basically trying to judge intentions is really what this sort of feels like. You're judging intentions.
Yeah, the question's kind of naked. The question,
Yeah.
the answer to the question doesn't matter. I'm just trying to read the answer.
Well, given the small amount of information you have about him up to this point and how he performatively seems to be in front of you, your best guess is that some information may be relayed, but you've just picked that up off of the mannerisms, right? The way that they seem to dress and the perfection that is like in the way that they carry themselves in their very rigid poise and how their hair is parted perfectly and not a strand is out of place. The only other person that seems to have that same effect in the house thus far that you've met is your stepmom.
Everyone.
Yes. Yes. Now, you haven't had a good look at Avi yet, but you haven't really had a chance to meet him either.
Right. Does he say anything in response?
He doesn't really have much to say. He's not really sure what to make of it. It's you do feel like his gaze has not quite left you. Like he's sort of studying you.
I mean, if you gotta go, that's fine. I just haven't seen you in a while, and it's my fault. It's my fault. So I no hard feelings, but out of anybody here, that I may have missed, it's really just you and Mom.
I can come back tomorrow. It's late now, and I should sleep.
Okay.
Good night, brother. He bows.
Good night.
And then turns and steps away. Very rigidly, very uncomfortably. It's not at all like what the general feel was in your adventuring party. Yeah, they were rigid in their own ways. And at times it was uncomfortable, but...
Is he my full brother?
You believe that is your stepmother's son and your father's son, so it would be your half-brother.
Okay. So then he's full elf. He doesn't sleep, right?
He is half-elf.
Okay.
Because your dad
So
is a full elf. And
she's also human.
She's also human, correct.
He just loves humans. All right, he's got a type.
He might have a type. Yeah, you're right. He might have a type. Okay. Perfect. So you have found your way here to what you believe is your room. It's fairly nondescript, all things considered. The bedroom appears to be a fairly forgotten place. A room that time has sort of left behind. The furniture, though grand, is covered in layers of dust, and the silk sheets lie undisturbed, as though they haven't really been touched in years. A massive 4-post bed dominates the center of its room. Its dark wood frame ornate and faded, with intricate carvings of long-forgotten symbols along the posts. The walls are lined with bookshelves and cabinets that seem to stretch far too high, their contents jumbled and unorganized. In the far corner, a large mirror reflecting the room in all sort of eerie detail, distorting the light in unnatural ways, casting shadows that seem to almost swim around you. The air is thick with the smell of decay, and an echo can be heard in the room, Frost, an echo that feels like a distant whisper. Despite all that, the room is eerily still, as if the occupants simply vanished, leaving only the remnants of what they once possessed.
Okay. Time to get to work. Step 1. Check for bed bugs.
Understood. Understood, my friend. Yeah, you begin to kind of sweep the place. Are you actually looking for bed bugs?
Okay, so just this as a Tristan personal thing. Anytime I get a new room that it looks like it hasn't been in a while, or a hotel room or something like that, I'm checking for bed bugs. It's a thing. I got to do it. Next, I would like to check for any sort of, not necessarily traps, but any secret doors that maybe they can access my room, like anything that they can watch me through. I'm going to check behind all the paintings, anything on the wall. I'm going to check all the floorboards.
Heard. Gotcha. Perfect. Then, if you would, I would like a new perception.
Sure.
22 is huge. You don't really find much that sort of stands out in regards to like hidden rooms or false panels or anything like that. It really does seem to be a place that was forgot.
Okay.
You do find something though. Something that really sort of remarks, it's something you remark as uncanny. You're not unfamiliar with stories of the Tooth Fairy, but you don't often find a full adult molar that's seemingly tucked by the bed frame itself.
An adult molar?
Yeah.
Any signs that something's been tied to the bed? Like maybe one of the posts is just rubbed off a little bit, or
No.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to know if somebody was like imprisoned here.
No, not as far as you can tell from this. No, it does not appear. At least in this room.
Can I cast detect magic?
Sure, of course you can.
Sweet. I would like to do that and see if there's anything magical about the tooth or anything in the room. Or
When you begin to cast Detect Magic, your hand cripples. Not just in the sense of it just goes limp, but as in your fingers just begin folding backwards, as if the somatic component cannot be completed. Something is preventing you from casting. Anything that you might be able to do in regards to your supernatural abilities. So, for instance, bardic natural abilities that come to you, you might be able to use. But the moment that you begin to cast traditional arcane magic, your hand shunts and almost begins folding your fingers backwards.
I mean, that kind of gives away, right? Like, that's when, when you're playing that drinking game and
Sure.
it's like the truth or drink, and they don't want to tell the truth, so they drink. It's like, that's an answer in and of itself.
It is, yeah, definitely.
Like, you say you don't want to, you're giving it away, So yeah, I guess that tells me all I need to know.
After a few moments, the tension seems to kind of let loose from your fingers, and they kind of fold back. It's a little, it's not quite painful, but it's enough that it was just like, you had an ouchie moment, for sure.
And so is there just the one door?
There is, yes, there is a singular door.
Windows?
One window.
Okay. So I would like to set up I would like to set up something on the door and the window to like fall over in the event that it's opened at all.
Sure. Makes sense. Do you have anything that you might be able to use to assist you with that?
You know what? I probably do. I think I have a bunch of my old potions
Okay.
in my backpack, and I
Yeah.
can make like a little tower of them that are really shittily stacked.
Sure.
So that if somebody moves it and just bumps into it a little bit, it just falls over. Maybe one of them shatters. I don't know.
You can set them up amidst the door if you want to set them at like the top of the frame or to the side or something that would sort of give away that something like that is happening. You can. But as you make your way to the window, you are sort of caught dumbfounded. You rode in a carriage. It was a wagon. You're certain that you didn't board any kind of flying vessel. But as you move to the window on the rear side of the building of Freely Manor, you glance down at nothing. There is no immediate ground. In fact, you can see what looks where the bricks just sort of fall off into cloud.
Like there's a ravine?
More than a ravine. You are on a part of Sharn that is given to only the wealthiest, the elites. You're in Sharn's skyway.
Ooh. Fancy.
Mm-hmm.
So I would still like to board the window in some way.
Sure, got it.
I mean, definitely I would like to block it out, like just hang a fucking shirt over it so people can't see in. Or if there's a curtain, draw the curtain.
Yeah, there's curtains
3
for
times.
sure. For sure.
Okay.
In regards
again,
to the Skyway, just for a little more information for you specifically, the Skyway is a plateau that's not connected to any other part of the city. The only way to get there is by flight. It is magically suspended above all of Sharn. Skyway is home of the most fantastically wealthy and prestigious residents, as well
So
as
how the fuck did I get here? What the hell?
Yeah. It's also home to the businesses that tend specifically to the elites and the prestigious.
Fancy.
Yes.
Cool. Another mystery to solve, I guess. Let me see. So yeah, I mean, did you say that I can't set up anything on the windowsill? Is it not big
You can.
enough?
You definitely can.
Okay.
You definitely asked if you could pull back the curtains. And there are curtains, you can pull those back if you like. But if you still want to position something on top of the frame or in a way that would fall and sort of express that people may be coming in or out, vice versa, you definitely can do that.
Yes. Yeah. Again, I'm wanting to be able to maybe relax, catch a wink of sleep if I can. I don't think I'll sleep a whole lot. That shit was pretty creepy.
Yeah. Give me, if you could please, give me a survival. I want to see how well you establish these traps for you.
Oh, I got nothing. Ooh, that's a reroll. I'm gonna do one of my. I'm gonna do one reroll. I
Sure.
do one reroll per roll. Okay, it was shit.
Perfect. Perfect.
Nice, tell a story.
Yeah, you're not. The potions start kind of falling. You're like, oh shit! I've got to position this up the right way, and you begin to maneuver, and it's not great. Will it do the job? Yes. Would someone, if they gave it a second glance, notice it immediately? Yeah, probably. But they will fall. They would alert you for sure. It's just
I
not
live
pretty.
confidently that it worked.
Yeah. Yeah. So you want to try to get some sleep.
I don't know if I'm sleeping tonight, but it's just kind of like in case I do, because I don't know if I will.
Okay. Can you
feel
give
like-
me a fortitude save?
Yeah. What's the difference between fortitude and will?
Okay, so in this case, okay, the say fortitude is basically your ability to like resist toxins and stuff like that, but you're essentially just you're drumming the depths of your person to kind of psych up your endurance. You want to stay awake.
Okay.
So you're just kind of like, you're batting your face, you're kind of, it's not hot. 7's not hot.
Keeping it. I'm keeping it.
You're keeping it.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Ivan, can I get a will save? Love that for you. And Frost, as Ivan begins to whisk unto sleep.
Am I changing, by the way?
You're not.
Jot that one down in the mental journal.
Interestingly enough, it's been night here for a while, even before you exited the carriage. You've not become an animal since you've arrived to Skyway. Which is interesting to say the least, but fine, I'll take that down. Ivan begins to fight it with everything that he can, feeling uncomfortable and unsafe in this space and in this place. But the trip, the travel, the feelings that you've had in regards to some of your allies, the curiosities that beset them, wondering if Sarah was fine. You saw that explosion. You know that she's now missing most of the left hand. Cain killing Scout's mentor and father figure, her god and maker. Cain changing into some sort of pod or an egg. Andrew just completely distraught.
You said today was going to be family trauma. This is the real trauma, man. Just remembering all this shit. What the hell?
I know. And you can't help it. This is fatigue that's been brought on by days of travel, away from Rook'n'Draw, away from the facility and his Whitestone, back to Sharn, and it just dawned on you. This is where it all started. Menthis Plateau and lower was where you came across Scout. It's where that man fell from the building. And the longer you think about it and wondering how you got here, you find yourself waking yet again. You're in Miriam Pine Bridges. It's a tavern, a popular bar. And you're almost certain you're dreaming. But it is the one reprieve, a port in a storm that you have always welcomed. Because every time you've gone there, there's always been food. There's always been a bar for you to lay across, or a bench for you to catch a few Z's on. Miriam has always been kind to you. She sees you. She says, "Welcome back, you bleeding idiot. It's been so long." The half-elf woman stands just above the bar.
I've been hearing that a lot lately.
Heard that you've come to see your family.
How'd you hear that?
No, Shard knows all, especially when the highest and the elites are making a move.
That's fair, yeah. I don't know whether to be ready to fight, physically or verbally, I don't know. Or to run. It's like a permanent fight or flight.
It makes sense. I mean, you have a bed, right? You have food in bed.
So far, just a bed.
Well, try not to look a gift horse in the mouth. You know what's before you is a bed for sure. You have walls and a ceiling, something blocking the rain out, right?
Yeah.
And who's to thank for that?
My dad?
It's not so bad, is it? I'm sure he's a nice feller.
I'm sure this is a dream, right?
As much as a dream as you've desired it
No,
to
no,
be.
no. This is at I'm confident. Ivan's confident that he's dreaming.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know about that good person thing. He may have caused Mournlands.
Well, we all make mistakes, don't we?
Yeah, just a little mistake, just a little oopsie.
Say, did he know that it was going to happen?
Don't know yet. That's what I'm here to kind of find out.
Well, try to cast not judgment. You only get one father. Sometimes they make mistakes. My dad did. I made lots of mistakes, though. But he's still my only dad.
Yeah, only one father. Might have to kill my own father.
That's a lot. That's heavy. It's weighing on you.
Yeah.
You could just not.
Sorry. Out of game.
Maybe hear him out. I'm sure he brought you for something, some sort of offer or a guise, something he might find himself enjoying.
Brought me is a funny word. Brought. Stole me. Forced me. Enslaved me, even.
You have shackles on you right now.
You don't always have to have physical shackles. Do slaves have physical shackles on them when they're out working the fields? No, but if they run, I can't run.
Oh, why
can't
not?
leave.
Just walk out the front door if it's so bad.
And go where? Fall to my death.
It's a great question. You might be able to find your way back. I'm jealous of you, making your way up to Skyway. You must be one of the prestigious elites. Don't forget about us when you've decided to stay and take over Freely Estates up there. You have all of the money, all of the power.
If I actually ever get that money and power, Miriam, I'll give you a whole chain of taverns.
Well, I'm only one person. I can only govern one. Then I have to worry about employees, and to be honest, most people are daft. Can't have them working for me that way.
And I'll just pay you to never have to work a day in your life.
Oh, you're sweet on me. I tell you what, boy, I'd take you in as me own, but kids are awful things. Terrorists, the whole lot of them.
That's fair. Yeah. How about a drink, Miriam, for old time's sake?
Of course. What'll you be having?
The strongest thing you got.
Sure. She leaps from the bar and she begins to pour a pint. And as she hops back up and slams it down, the moment it just echoes across the bar top, you're waking. You find yourself in the early morning of Freely Manor.
Do I wake gracefully, or is it? I feel like I'd panic because I wasn't wanting to sleep, and I'd wake up and be like, "Ah, "Fuck,"
You tell me.
Yeah, I feel like I'd wake up and I'm gonna immediately go and inspect both of my quote unquote traps.
Sure. As you stand, abruptly so jarred out of, well, into the waking world, you glance around and you can see immediately that your traps remain. Nothing seems to be harmed or edited in such a way that would at least make you believe that someone came through by normal means.
All right. Guess it's time to take on the day.
Where would you like to go to?
Back the way I came, probably.
Sure. As you exit your room, for now we'll just call it Ivan's bedroom. As you exit Ivan's bedroom, and you begin meandering back to the steps, trying to remember the path. You see, you took a right so that you'd have to exit right from the bedroom, but seems strange. You're just going to follow whatever inherent direction you possibly can. You make your way in the direction that you know, and you turn, and sure enough, there's the long hallway. You walked probably 50, maybe 60 feet. But from where you stand, the stairs are only 20 feet, 25 feet at best. Half as much distance now. You find that very odd, but you make your way to the stairs, down into the foyer. Despite the size of the house, despite knowing that there is at least 2 children, there are 2 Warforged that offer the facility's maintenance. Your stepmother and your father. This place is quiet. It's deathly silent. The only sounds that you hear is the wry creaking of the floorboards under the pretense of your own weight and the sounds of the grandfather clock echoing deep within the manor.
So I see him?
You don't?
Don't see him yet. Do I see Porter?
You don't see Porter either.
Oh.
You see nobody. You could call out for aid, or you could start walking around to try to find someone if you wish.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna. I'm on the first floor. I'm just gonna head in the first open door I see.
From the grand staircase, there is a door immediately to your right.
Okay.
Is that the direction you'd like to go, or do you want to move further in? Maybe closer to the front door that you've come to realize.
No, I'll go in the first door.
Got it. Okay, so the first door...
I'm in exploring mode.
Got it. I like it. First door on the right. Bam. As you stumble into this first room here on the right-hand side, the room just appears to be like a place of forgotten estates. It's bizarre. It's some corner. Man, you hazard to call it a corner. There's too many doors for it to be a corner. But what's left here is things. Things left to rot beneath the weight of time. Arcane devices lie strewn about, some cracked and broken, boxes of various baubles that seem to be tucked into no particular array. Other things pulsing with erratic magical energy that flickers dimly in this poorly lit room. The walls are cluttered. Strange artifacts from Sharn's past. Relics of old magical experimentation, long abandoned. And the air here is thick with the dust and the scent of rust.
Anything of use that just stands out? I mean, you say there's a lot of things flickering and fluttering and...
Most of it appears to be aesthetic baubles, things that sort of really kind of ham up and sell the direction and distinction that this is a laboratory. But you do still have the boxes that are in front of you.
Sure, I'll look in.
Sure, as you begin to peek into the boxes, you aren't met with the same distinct laboratory equipment. There are no glass beakers, there are no like Bunsen burner type things. Nothing that seems to kind of really strike you as magical, well, even mundane equipment. Most of this appears to be like private belongings. But not of anyone that you're aware of. Unless there's
Okay.
someone else in the house, because well, there's a young girl's doll. And
Yeesh.
that
Gross.
that appears to be a man's outfit, but there's something dark and stained across it. Can't tell if it's food. Maybe blood.
Cool. So we're in a hoarder's house. Is it like giving that kind of vibes? Like it's like you said, it's just time. Like it's like everywhere that I go. Like, and this is a room that's accessible. Like this isn't tucked away
Correct.
somewhere. This is right at the bottom of the stairs.
Well, interestingly enough, give me a perception, please. I'd love to see what you get here. Okay. Are you happy with a 10?
I don't reroll that one.
My man. This place looks like it's fairly well traveled, all things considered. There is a clear, distinct path of which it has been traversed. You don't think that people have just ignored this room. You have a feeling that this was just sat here. Maybe even recently. Doesn't appear to be a hoarder's room. You're more convinced now than ever that these are personal belongings that now belong to someone.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna step out.
Give me
I don't
perception when you step out of the room, and tell me where you'd like to go.
I would like to.
You have a door on your left, a door directly in front of you, which leads more western into the building, and a door to the right.
I'll go western into the building.
Okay. You want to move deeper into the facility.
Keep using the word facility. Isn't this supposed to be a home?
Well, maybe. You'll figure
Might
that
be
out.
my dad, might be my brother, might be my mom, might be my home, might be up in the sky.
Welcome to the
Feels like I'm
conservatory.
getting played here. I'm in a conservatory.
Conservatory was once the pride of the Freely Estates, but is now a neglected ruin. The enchanted glass ceiling, once clear, is now streaked with grime, blocking out much of Sharn's sun, but seemingly allowing just enough light for twisted vines and poisonous plants to thrive. The rooms within seem to expand unnaturally, as if stretching into the arcane ether of Sharn itself. The air is thick and heavy, and a mix of rotting vegetation and faint magical residue. It's bizarre, Ivan, because the plants don't seem quite benign.
You said poisonous plants?
Yes,
Could I cut some off and put them in my bag?
you can try.
Let's do it. I would like to save some in case I need to use it.
When you reach into your bag and you begin to flinch out your knife, what appears to just be just a small slicing dagger, your perception reveals almost the sound of concerned, not quite moan, behind you. You hear a no. When you glance back, there is a boy. It's Avi. Avi stands in front of you. Well, sort of crouches in front of you. Let me give you a description of Avi. Oven is small for his age. For a human child, he'd probably be about 7 or 8 years old, but because he is elven by nature, he's probably in his late 20s. His platinum blonde hair, that never quite falls the way that it should. It's always a little tousled, no matter how carefully it seems to be combed. His wide green eyes filled with a constant, darting awareness, as if he's always expecting something to go wrong. His posture is tight, his shoulders slightly hunched, his fingers are fidgeting at the hem of the sleeves, always on the edge, but never quite running.
I think Bub just made this character me.
There might be some inspiration. He says, "Don't do that."
Don't do what?
I know what you're going to do. You're going to get a knife. Don't do that.
Why should I not do that?
He leans down and he seems to pick up what looks to be a pebble, like a small rock from the not quite the quarry, but like the marble that was laid out in this conservatory. And he aims for what looks to be the largest grouping of some of these vines. And he hucks it up there, and as he does so, the vines outstretch and grab the pebble out of the air, and multiple vines wrap up tightly around it. And you can swear as you're watching, the marble breaks under the pressure of the vines.
Some Harry Potter type shit.
Don't do that.
Oh. What is going on here, bud?
Just be careful. Don't
What?
stay to the fire. And don't eat tonight.
How am I supposed to play that? Okay, yeah, I got it. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
You don't seem okay.
Lyion says I'm vigilant.
Apparently.
You notice as he says that, like, he's kind of looking constantly, like, glancing around. And it's odd how maybe he's sleep deprived. You're not quite sure what it is, but one eye closes in a blink faster than the other. And he swears, like, you can see that there is determination in his eyes when he glances around. And he looks up to you and he goes, just don't eat. I'll come get you. And we'll eat. And it may not be tonight. It may be tomorrow night. Just don't eat.
Are they gonna poison me?
He points to the vines. I gotta go. And he, like, quickly runs out the room itself.
Which way does he go?
He bolts back through into, your best guess is the area where the foyer would be.
Okay. Can I like peep around and see where he's gonna go? Like, just kind of like trying to gauge where he resides.
Sure. As you kind of like, you take a few big steps quickly to not quite run after him, but to kind of peek. By the time
see what direction he goes.
your vision sort of turns to follow where he has gone, he runs just beside the stairs themselves, the grand staircase, and he disappears. You're certain when you came in last night that there were no extra doors around or behind the grand staircase.
This place I don't like this place, man. Okay. No more sleeping. No, we're not sleeping anymore. No, we're not gonna sleep anymore, Bob. We're not gonna sleep anymore.
When you say that, when you say this place gives me the creeps, you hear a voice. You didn't quite see him because he stood so stoically still, like that of a knight in armor.
Master Ivan, what seems to be bothering you?
Who is this?
This was the other Warforged who was introduced as Cinder.
Cinder. Where
Yes,
where is Cinder? Like in red.
He's just to the right, because you kind of like peeked your head out into the foyer area to look. He's to your right.
Yeah. Okay. Hey. What are you doing here?
I was tending to breakfast, making food for all of the estate owners. I was to retrieve you, but you were not in your room.
I'm right here. I was just taking a walk and seeing what's going on.
Very well. You have breakfast. It is prepared in the dining room.
He told me not to eat tonight. Does that mean I can't eat? I can eat today. I can eat right now, right?
Judgment call on you.
Fuck! He said tonight. He said don't eat tonight. It should mean I'm fine right now. But he said he was also gonna come feed me, which means I shouldn't eat it all. Okay, I'm not gonna eat. I'm not.
Unless you
I'll
have
be-
a problem with General Oatmeal.
I'm just not hungry. We stopped along the way and grabbed some food.
I understand. Very well. I will inform the matron of the home.
I could still come spend time with people, say hi to
All of the others
everyone.
have eaten.
Okay, so what do I do then? What do you want me to? Do you want me to? You want me to stand? I'll stand right here.
Would you like for me to get your food for you, Master Ivan?
No, Cinder. But I would love for you to show me around if you have some time.
Of course. Allow me to dispose of the food that you will not eat. Allow me to inform Mistress Saraphina.
Mr. Saraphina?
Mistress Saraphina, the matron. Your stepmother.
I don't believe we've met. Well, we kind of did, but she didn't. I'd like to meet her again.
Very well. I can inform her. She is handling personal affairs.
Okay.
Would you like for me to inform her?
Yes, please.
Of course. I will see to that.
He turns and steps off into the direction that he's pointed out is the dining room of the facility.
Okay. I'm gonna walk the way he came.
Sure. Okay, so the way that you had come from, or that he had come from, there are two doors. One of which would lead specifically to the dining room that he's dictated, and the other leads to, it would be, as you're first coming into the building, it would be the first door on the left-hand side.
Yeah, let's go in.
Okay. Perfect. I gotcha. All right, my friend, as you use this opportunity, he's already said that he's got to handle a couple of things. It leads you into a hallway. Seems to be unnaturally shadowed in its corridor, where the wooden floors creak heavily underfoot. The walls are lined with tarnished metal plaques and enchanted paintings that seem to constantly flicker with faded images of noble ancestors. The building's placement atop Sharn spires causes the floor to shift, while occasional tremors as massive airships or sky coaches fly past. The hall feels as though it really could collapse at any point. The weight of something particularly heavy would certainly make the tangible happen. You still feel the distant hum of arcane energy from the city towers echoing faintly in the floorboards beneath your feet. You have a door to your left, a door directly across from you, and a door to the right. And you're certain that that door to the right is just going to take you back into that junk room where those boxes, those bizarre trinkets and baubles lie.
Can I peek in there just to make sure?
Yeah, it's the same.
Okay, then I'll go forward.
As you step through that room, you are met with something that's clearly identifiable, and it's way more common below the Menthus Plateau. This is a coal chute. It's pretty fundamental in regards to architecture and the ability to heat one's home, but in Sky, probably not as much. It's a remnant of what seems to be a bit more of the industrial era of Sharn. Its metal framework has since been corroded over the years. There is what looks to be some sort of magical residue from ancient arcane engines that power the manor's magical constructs. Still seems to linger even today. Faint pulses of eldritch power flicker from the walls, tracing veins of magic similar to raw magical energy that flows through Sharn's arcane networks. This place is heavy with coal dust, Frost. It's not something that you would see many people anymore. But as you peer down the chute, there seems to be some sort of very faint and dim light.
Like at the bottom of the chute?
Yeah, but there's a basement.
This isn't the way to the basement necessarily. I can just see that there is a basement.
There is a basement, and you could technically get to the basement from here. It would be messy.
I'm going to assume, my character would assume that the help lives down there, which means that's where Porter is. So I'm just going to call out, Porter, are you down there?
When you call out Porter, there is no immediate response. You hear the door sweep in the room just behind you.
Sir, Master Ivan. Porter is in the basement in the servants' quarters.
Yeah, so I was calling down there.
It's far away, sir. That's not near enough for him to hear. Is there something that I can be of assistance with?
No, I was just poking around while I was waiting for you to get back.
Understood. I am free as of this moment. How can I guide you further?
Did I live here? Is this where I lived or is this new? Like, because it feels like I don't recognize this place.
You don't recognize this place. And you didn't live here. This was... You didn't even... You were under the impression that your father lived in an entirely different city.
Right, yeah.
And it totally makes sense because Skyway is basically its own city.
Right. Yeah, I'd love to just be shown around. What does this place have to offer? Because honestly, it's quite depressing.
Of course, sir. I understand. Right this way. I will guide you happily.
Now, I decided to build your home out of a very interesting game. It's a game called Betrayal at the House on the Hill. The manor has been established and designed specifically from this. So, I want to give you all the details. Now, there are a lot of rooms, Frost. There's a significant amount of them. So, you tell me when you get your fill.
Okay.
He dictates to the... once he's exiting back out into the hallway, he points up and to the left. He says...
In this direction lies what the mistress has referred to as the junk room. There are things to be removed from Freely Manor. Beyond the statuary hallway is the library.
Ooh.
Beyond the library is the family facility graveyard.
Great. Don't need to go there. Don't like graveyards.
He points back through the house in the direction of the front door.
The dining room is attached to another corridor. Beyond the corridor, at the furthest easternmost point, is our elevator.
There's an elevator?
There is an elevator. Into the depths of the house. Forgive me, Master Ivan. There is some reconstruction being done. One of the floors has since collapsed.
Yeah, I felt like when I was coming through this hallway here that it felt like... Feels like, you just throw something heavy around.
Yes. The Freely Mansion and estate is rather old. It predates even my creation by a large margin.
How old are you?
5.
Years old?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, of course it would Wait, you're 5. Isn't that... When did the Mornland start?
My creation predates the Treaty of Whiteholm. My construct date is at the mark of the end of the last Great War.
And so how did you get here?
My service was no longer needed for the battlefield. I did not
You like
wish
it
to
here?
be disassembled. The matron and patron of House Freely saw my skills and utility. I have knowledge of maintenance and repairs. They brought me on board, along with my brother, Porter.
Do you like it here?
I do enjoy this location.
Do you feel like you have autonomy? Like you could leave?
I have no desire to leave.
Fair. It's fair.
However, if you are asking if this is what I would call home, I have never known home. But I would not say that this is my home.
I hope that you find your home one day, Cinder.
Thank you, Master Ivan. I too hope for the same. If you'll follow me,
Where to?
I can take you to either the basement or the second floor.
Can you take me to my father?
I can, yes. He is not far.
He turns and begins making his way to the library. He passes to the junk room and something that he's referred to as the statuary corridor into the library area. I'm going to give you a description of the library so that you understand what it's kind of like here. It's sort of an oddity of itself. And that's really ironic, all things considered, because the entire building is so bizarrely laid out. It does not fit traditional architecture by design whatsoever. But even the library seems to be fitting of this location. The shelves seem to stretch up far beyond the reaches of the building, vanishing into the heights of Sharn spires above. They groan with the weight of countless books, many of which are written in languages that no one dares to read anymore, even if they could. The scent of paper, ink, and decay mixes heavily in the air, cloying at Sharn's magical influence, and the wards thrum still. Some of these tomes, despite their faltering in age, the words that protect them still exist today. You see him. It's been the target of your ire for a very, very long time. A striking, elven man in his 40s by human standards. Tall and poised with high cheekbones and a sharp jawline. His chestnut hair, now streaked with silver, is neatly kept, though thinning. His skin retains a pale, almost ethereal glow, but it seems to lack warmth. His eyes, once vibrant green, are now dull and heavy with exhaustion, and that is the first mark. That shows you that something's wrong. The bags beneath them hinting at endless, sleepless nights. And you know that elves don't sleep. His clothes, though still pristine, hang slightly loose on the frame that, even for him, it seems diminished. As if something unseen is wearing him down. His voice is smooth, but hollow. It betrays a man slowly unraveling, though he is not yet broken. He sees Cinder enter the room.
Master Fraley,
Cinder?
Master Ivan wishes to speak to you.
Very well. He sidesteps out of the way. Cinder does, giving you a full look into the theater of the room. And you can see him sort of sitting in a leather-backed chair. His leg is crossed, and he seems to be somewhat through the middle of a tome. He looks to you. It may be more apt to say that he looks through you. He glances at you, sizing you up and down for a moment. And then he looks back.
I love it.
He looks back to his book. I see you've grown.
I see you starting to die.
Nobody makes it out alive.
Makes it out of what?
He closes the book. You hear the thudding noise of the pages slapping onto each other before setting it down on the nightstand next to him. Thank you for coming here.
Still don't know why that is. Would love to know everything.
I wanted to discuss your inheritance, but I will not be able to do that by myself.
Does she control you?
Does she control me? No, she doesn't control me.
Is she killing you?
No, she's not killing me. Give me a sense
What
motive.
is? Oh, no, sure.
Okay. Let's find out. Let's find out what you can glean from this.
This is for the "is she killing you" answer, right?
Maybe. He seems to be telling the truth. Remember, at any point, if you want to use a skill, like if you're like, I just want to backflip, you can backflip. If you want to try to bluff or maybe discern if he's telling the truth, or sort of pick it apart, you have what looks to be a fairly rare moment here.
Right.
She wishes to speak with you after dinner.
Why didn't she wish to speak with me last night when she was right in front of my fucking face?
Careful of your tone.
No.
Look, give me perception. Huge. When he said careful of your tone, it wasn't in a way that a father tells their child to back off. When he said it, his eyes sort of flinched down. And the normal, untrained person would not have picked this up. But you haven't stopped watching him since you've come in. Yes, you may have puffed your chest and tried to play the part, but just as much as he's seeing you, you're sizing him up as well. And you really get a good look at him here, and there is something more than, at least, it kind of lurks beneath the surface. There was a twitch in his brow, one of anxiety. When he says, careful of your tone, it's not care for a son. You get a feeling it's care for survival. You'll have your opportunity to speak with her tonight.
Do you know the extent of what you did?
In what regard?
The Mournlands.
I think I played my part.
What was that?
The same as many of the others. I pushed beyond realms of control. But, alas, you can see that I am not one of the many marked of House Cannith. Mournlands were their fault, not mine.
Explain. I just want to know if I should hate you or not.
I think you've made your mind up about that already.
You'd be surprised. I want to hate you.
What do you know, Ivan?
I saw that you were there. Saw that you met Mom there. Fell in love with her there. And I know you guys were toiling with things that you didn't understand at all, and I commend you for making the decision to send the shard to where it could be studied more, even if I have come into contact with the person that may be slowly destroying the world because of it.
He clears his throat, sort of aggressively. I am aware that my actions have played a particular role in the coming of the day of mourning. I warned House Cannith to not press too hard into this. But they did.
What did they do?
I'll be honest with you, I am not keen of mind as much as many would give me credit for. But from my understanding, they discovered a means of punching a hole into the plane of Dola, the realm of the dead. They were stealing from another plane of existence.
And then it struck back.
I don't know and I don't understand. We can try to point the fingers, but it doesn't change that thousands of people died and that a house was lost. Did I play my part? Yes. Do I wish that I could take these things back? No.
Why?
Because I met your mother.
Where is she?
She's supposed to be in South Sharn, beyond Menthis Plateau. Have you not seen her? She will not see me. I suppose I should say. And before he can really kind of put emphasis on that, you can hear the sounds of heels tapping down the hallway itself. Sounds of a woman meandering into the room. And as she begins to move with that, you witness your father begin to clamor. He shudders up so quickly. The last I heard, she was in South Sharn, beyond Menthis Plateau, but I refused to speak to her. She wronged me many years ago. And then you can hear the woman speak. Yes. So it's come to this, as she kind of pulls the hair back out of her face. Not that it was hanging at all anyway. So it's come to this. I'm sorry, Ivan. Something's happened years prior. And... well, we don't talk to her anymore.
I understand. I'm sorry that something happened.
It was more for your father than for me. It's hard to, and forgive me, I understand. You have found yourself here at this place in a concerned time, and you were whisked away from the people that you had cared about.
Forced away.
I understand how it looks, and for that I apologize. I do. I sincerely apologize. It's just...
I would like to sense that motive. I want to see if she's truly sorry. I'm re-rolling that. Yeah, is she fucking sorry?
You have a chance here. She is not. She is not sorry.
She just seems stone cold calculated.
But she's laced it. You've come to recognize it. You worked for Scam.
Yeah.
You've recognized serpents from any distance, and she is all but that. In so many ways. You find it very interesting. There is something to the truth here. There's something here. But is she apologetic and earnest about it? No, she's not. That being said, she catches you off guard. You have to understand how difficult it is to live the last... How old are you now? 45? And the last we saw you, you were maybe 15. I haven't seen my sister in 30 years. And that's hard. But this happens. Life has a way
Is that incest? Legally, that's incest. Out of game. Out of game. Legally, that's incest, right?
I mean, I am not the point of authority here.
They're definitely making some porn about that.
Probably, yeah.
Fucking my wife's sister. Okay, sorry. Lock him back in.
Your father chimes in. Things change. Adults change. I'm sure you've come to realize. We had a hard time separating away from your mother. But it was for the benefit of each other. And yes, your stepmother and I eloped. To no surprise, you have brothers. I'm surprised your mother didn't tell you sooner, though. Did she not bother to tell you that she is your biological aunt?
No. Honestly, we didn't talk much about you guys.
Must have been a sore spot. I'm not surprised. Then I'm assuming she didn't tell you why we split.
Enlighten me.
It wasn't just our romantic situation, it was the... And he takes a long draw of breath before your stepmother chimes in. It was our adventuring party. We separated because she made some personal decisions that caused a great deal of suffering to many people, including not only myself, but your father and our allies.
What did she do?
You would have to understand why she did it. But your mother, and your dad chimes in, your mother is a witch. And I don't mean that in a manner of defamation. She had a patron.
Is that why she still looks so young?
She made a pact with something from beyond this plane. And in an effort to maintain our lives, she broke the pact. The problem isn't so much that your mother was a witch and she had a patron. It was that she communicated through its vessel, which was your stepmother. She takes an exhaled sigh as well, and she says, I was a vessel to a dark patron, and your mother, my sister, made a pact with it. So she gained power through me, which is why we traveled together.
Okay.
In fact, I didn't have any skills whatsoever. I had to learn on the fly. I understand that this is a lot to swallow right now. And Ivan, I am sorry that you were never informed. I don't expect you to understand, nor do I. But I can confirm. You believe that? You believe
Yeah,
it?
no, I realize I believe it, yeah.
When you
Yeah.
see your mother next, you can confirm with her.
Yeah, a lot of stuff to go about now, huh? A lot of family trauma. We're just speed running real quick.
It's a way
Okay.
to pull off the Band-Aid.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so why am I here?
Why don't we talk about it tonight at dinner? It's a bit easier to... Food has a means of bridging the gap. And this could help us to explain.
Why can't we just talk about it now? What are we doing until then?
I
Gonna play a board game.
would rather your brothers at least be involved so that they understand as well.
That's fair.
I'm assuming you've met them. You at least spoke with Lyion.
Yeah.
And Avi.
I saw him this morning. He won't say anything to me. I know he's nervous. Lyion told me. But he waved. Scurried off.
Give him time. He's skittish, and he warms up quickly. Just give him time. The boy's a bit behind. It's probably my own fault. I can be rather harsh.
You don't say! You don't think so? Maybe that's why I left at 15.
It was your mother's decision, not mine.
Sure about that?
Despite how he sort of communicated that, he's not very convincing. Because you can tell that there's some of that is just natural, like self-reflection, right? Like he's looking internal, and you never really know, right? You never really know just how accurate or close it's going to be. And I mean, some parents really just are doing their best.
Yeah.
So you were his first, and certainly his first mistake at the same time in so many ways. So it just expresses, I have learned a great deal, and I know I will continue making mistakes. But my dear, if you would give me some time, I would like to speak with him just a bit more. Man to man. And give me a perception.
I'll reroll that. Fuck.
How many more you
I
got?
got two. Got two left.
I'll give you one of mine. Go for it.
Okay.
It's faint. It's extremely faint, but there is a hint of irritation that sort of wells up in the corner of her eye when she says that.
From her. Okay, from her.
Yeah.
I was going to clarify.
Yeah. Before she tightens those lips again the same way, it just mashes them out to just two straight lines on her face, and she nods. It's not even a breath. She just kind of floats away. You don't even hear the sounds of her feet tapping across the floor anymore.
Literally?
For all intents and purposes, yeah.
She's the patron. She has to be.
Your father stands.
That patron's taken over and is completely toiled and troubled and witched.
As he stands, he quickly approaches you, and it's not like it's a hug, but he brings his arm out to you think it's like a handshake, but he kind of grabs the inside of your arm sort of aggressively. Yeah. And you can feel something between his palm and your skin, because you kind of like, you roll up your sleeves for everything. Your bare arms are pretty much always there. So you feel something cold pressed into your forearm. And he just says, I will see you tonight at dinner.
Yes, sir.
Do you reach up to sort of like grab whatever it is, or do you just...
Absolutely.
When you do so, he steps away from you. You can hear his footfall as he kind of fades off into the foreground. There is a small brass key. A brass key that is marked with the Freely crest and the sort of italicized F that's been written out. You can see it on the mantle home and in several places in the house.
Okay. I have no idea where that gets me. Or it could just get me everywhere. That could just be a skeleton key of the whole damn house.
Could be.
So I'm just left to my own devices now for how long?
I mean, technically, you're going to have at least a few hours until dinner time. So you can head back. You can try to investigate a little further into the facility, maybe try to find more things. It's kind of your call. The world is Ivan's oyster at this moment.
And is there only the one? You said I can go through the library, right, to another place?
Yes.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Okay. All right. Passing beyond the library, you stumble into very clearly, as you recall Cinder describing, what is the familial graveyard. It's an unsettling place. It's tucked behind a wrought iron gate that seems to have warped with time. The graves here, for what you can determine, seems to be older than the city itself, marking the resting places of those who lived before Sharn's towers rose to pierce the skies. The headstones are cracked. The ground beneath them shifts with some sort of bizarre, strange, arcane pulse. It begins to kind of feel like the heartbeat of the city itself. And the air is slick with a foreboding presence, as if the spirits of those interred here are still trapped within the tombs. The veil between life and death here feels very thin. It's almost like the spirits might claw their way back into the world of the living from this very spot. And from where you stand, maybe it's the fact that it's technically outside and you can feel the wind on your face, the sun kind of casting down over your hair. There is this sort of bizarre sound, a hum. No, it's like a whistle. But it was coming from behind you. As the door slowly peters back closed,
Can I investigate the graves?
sure, of course you can.
See who they are or anybody I recognize. Put my hand on a couple of them. You said the spirits feel like they're still here. I mean, I'd love to.
What languages do you speak?
I speak Common, Elven, and have elves have high intelligence scores. So they can choose any languages they want, except languages like Druidic. Yeah.
Sure. So you'll probably have some extra studies in there, things that you may have sort of ventured into but never quite fully picked up. You can actually pick up some of the greater details here. Most of these appear to be a little short for graves, but the headstones, while they're sort of densely packed into this, and it's not a very big spot, it's like a 20 by 20 courtyard. There are a few that you can make out. Some of the stones themselves, it looks as if the weather has kind of chipped away and chewed away at some of the age, but some of them date back hundreds of years previous to this date. And one of them is Richard Freely.
My dad?
It says Richard Freely. You never really found out what your grandfather's name was. It could be your grandfather.
I mean, he's not junior.
He's not a junior, that's correct.
Does it appear like this grave has been dug before? Or maybe that's where they're going to put him when he dies?
It does appear fresh. Yeah, it does appear kind of fresh. Okay. Like they've chipped away at some of the topsoil so that it can be finished to be dug out. And you can see some of the footfall here. It looks as if either Cinder or, in this case, Porter may have come through. Very, very heavy prints across the soil.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to infer that that's his grave that they're planning because he's already talked about wills and stuff.
Sure.
Is there any other way that I can go, or is it just back through the library?
It's back through the library. When you kind of glance over the wrought iron fence, it's a lot more of the same. There is a bit more brick that's leading off to the left, but it's a kind of a big fall. And it doesn't look extremely safe down there. You can see some of the bricks seem to kind of like peter off into what you could only guess is actual clouds.
Dude, you know what? You know how you get the intrusive thoughts when you're like driving on a bridge? Just, I just got the intrusive thought right now to just jump because I don't think it's real.
Makes sense.
How insane would I be to jump?
I mean, this is on you here, dog. If you want to make the leap, you'll be
Jet?
walking on sunshine.
Maybe I wait until it's nightfall because if I fall below the magic and I turn into the bird, I could get saved.
That's an idea.
That's a gamble.
Yeah. What happens if you turn into the toad, though?
I don't think I'm dying as a toad. I think other people are dying as a toad. The mushroom, I'm not dying probably.
So you're really hoping for a 1 out of 8 roll?
I'm not doing it now. I gotta wait till nightfall.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. I got you. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just you said we didn't. I don't feel like I would have dozed off while we were on the way here. Right? Like something's fucked up.
Sure, yeah.
Either we teleported here or they knocked me out and I didn't notice, or it's fucking fake, bub.
I am him. I am Bub. You're going through something. The motions, I think, mostly.
Yeah. All right, let's go back through.
Okay. What's the next plan?
Basement.
Basement. To the elevator. You have a vague idea of how to get back there. It's not too far. You think. Do you remember the room behind as you're walking back? What is the room immediately in front of you?
Junk room.
No.
Junk room.
No. Library.
Oh, I thought it was through the junk. I thought it was through the library. Yeah. The library's here, and then you go to then as you're walking through in the hallway, there's the entrance into the junk room, and then you can.
Yes, it's into the junk room. So once you hit the junk room, you have a destination right in front of you, straight, or left, which you believe left leads back into the foyer at this point.
Yeah.
Where would you like to go? Foyer or
Right in front of me, straight.
right in front of you, straight? Okay, so you're just gonna walk pretty much as far straight as you possibly can. I got you.
Yeah.
As you pass through the junk room, you hit the hallway. It was the four-way, which you don't remember there being much more beyond this, but there's definitely a door.
Yeah, let's go in the door.
Sure. As you pass straight through, you open the door, and it opens into a kitchen.
Ooh.
But that's not completely right, because Cinder said the kitchen was on the other side of the house, beyond the elevator and the dining room. Do you move into the kitchen?
Is this a real kitchen, bub?
From the door? Do you walk in?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk in.
Oh, sure. You walk in. It's a kitchen. Yeah, no, it looks like a kitchen. It's strange, like how large it is. It's larger than most of the rooms, honestly, and it's bizarrely quiet. Almost as hasn't really been in use for years, but you're certain Cinder said that he made breakfast in this place not too long ago. The atmosphere is kind of heavy with, that's at least 12. 24. There's got to be at least 30 plates of forgotten food. Counters are sort of cluttered with culinary tools, used and unused alike. And that's a lot of food.
Fresh? Like it's
Some of it. Some of it's rotting.
Is there any storage containers where I can find some food that's stowed away, like maybe some bread?
Potentially. How long would you investigate?
2 minutes, maybe?
2 minutes. Sure. You start digging around through the shelves, and the wildest thing, they're barren. They're absolutely barren.
So there's only the food on the plates. Everything else is barren.
Yeah.
Every single cabinet.
The casks are empty. Every shelf, every part, the micro larder is empty as well. There's nothing here outside of cooked food.
Any other doors?
Yes. There's a door that leads out. It's kind
Not
of
the way
half
I
ajar. Not the way you came, no.
Okay. Let's peep through there.
Sure. It leads to another hallway. It's a 4-way.
Jesus Christ.
Left, right, or straight? Your call.
Great.
Straight. You walk straight, and as you begin to open the door itself, it opens unto a wooden wall. There's nothing there.
Can I see through the slats, like if there's like light through there?
You look tightly, so give me a perception. It's densely packed. It's not clear that there's anything behind this at all, so far as you can tell. It's just lumber. You're not sure if this was boarded up post the door being put here, or if there's something else at play, but it's definitely echoing the vibe of something very bizarre, labyrinthian by design.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go back and facing the kitchen, I'll go right. Instead of going into the kitchen, I'll go
Sure.
right. So left coming out of the kitchen.
Sure. As you pass right into a hallway, you pass basically right out of that 4-way into what looks like another 4-way, but you can see the door furthest from you swing.
Okay.
Give me perception, please. Very good. This was difficult. You just caught a glimpse of the character that seemed to pass through the door. It wasn't Cinder. It wasn't Porter. Avi. Lyion. It wasn't even your mother or father. This person was transparent.
Oh. All right. Yep. Let's go say hi to the ghosty.
When you pass through the door to kind of follow them quickly, there's no one there.
I saw you. You can come out. I mean you no harm.
The whistle again.
Is that you talking to me?
And nothing. Silence. As silent as it can be as it creaks like a vessel free floating on the ocean's surface. The grandfather
Where
clock.
are we?
You are what you believe just outside of the entrance hall and the dining room. You've just stepped into the dining room.
So I've done a big fucking circle?
Yeah, but it doesn't really make a lot of sense. You didn't walk in a circle, you walked in a straight line.
Okay, I want to go back the way I came and then go to that last hall down the fork, the
Gotcha.
4-way.
Okay, so you're going to turn basically completely all the way around. And
Yeah.
you move through the 4-way into the next 4-way, and you pass through the remaining door. And when you reach that remaining door, as you swing it open, you're hit with this wind sort of moves up this tunnel. It's a shaft into what looks like a collapsed room. It's
Is this where
almost
they
in
said they
ruin.
were doing maintenance?
Yeah, but this doesn't look like they tore up the floorboards. It looks like something went through the floor here. Where the walls and ceilings have since sort of been shattered by time. Or maybe something more sinister, you're not entirely sure. The debris seems to fall into a deep, almost yawning abyss. It's kind of unnaturally deep, pitch black. Doesn't make a lot of sense considering there's supposed to be a basement, and that's what, maybe 15 feet
And
down
also
at
it's
best?
supposed to be clouds if it was like went all the way through, you know?
Yeah.
Can I go down there?
Do you?
Kind of want to.
Give me perception. You're not sure how far down it is, but you do hear water.
I got my scarf.
Okay. Do you want to test to see the length of this?
Yeah.
Got it. I'll wait.
Like a boa. It's a goa.
Thank you. Yeah, I love it when you entertain me like that. Yes, you pull out your scarf, you extend it using its magical activation, and it stretches out the length of a full length of rope. It's about 40 to 50 feet at this point. You don't hear the sound of water. Nothing seems to grab onto it. And there's no splash, no audible noise that makes you think that you even hit a solid surface. But you can hear water down there.
In my inventory, have a singular forever burning candle.
Okay, I like it.
I would like to drop it in there.
Sure.
Lit up.
As you drop the ever-burning candle, you hear it sort of hit the wind at first. After about 5 seconds, you hear it crest with a pool of water. The splashback coming in multiple directions. The light of the ever-burning candle is smothered by something that swims over the top of it.
Something?
Or someone. Yeah, let's go with something.
Okay, I'm going to make a wild guess here. She's a siren.
This is Frost right now, it's not Ivan who's like, all right, I'm making a guess, house.
Yeah, no, I think she's a siren. I don't even know if that's a thing in D&D, but that's just like what it feels like. The whistling, the attraction, pulling her away from his love, controlling water.
It's not a horrible guess. Only time will tell.
Okay.
Do you make the leap?
Okay, you asked me, which means that it's not something stupid. Like, it's something stupid to do, but it's not something that I shouldn't do. Because you didn't ask me if I jump off the edge, off the fucking side of the fucking mountain.
You still can. I didn't say no.
I would like to descend on my, like, I would like to grapple the scarf on the, like, where I am and then slowly rappel down as far as I can.
Okay. You got it. You anchor your scarf. Again, for those at home, it is a magical ability. It's not as if he suddenly has a steel scarf. It's a magical ability that acts as a grappling hook. And it can go down to, I believe, 30 to 50 feet, depending on whatever he seems to anchor it to. I think it's 30.
Very, very curious. 100 feet.
100 feet even. Sure. Okay. All right.
You gotta
During
change
spell
whether or not it
duration.
plops in that water, bub?
It still doesn't.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Do you still take the descent knowing that,
Yeah.
though? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You begin the descent. I need a climb, please.
Of course. I'm good at this now. I expect into it. I will use one reroll. I only reroll once.
From an 8 to a 4. You're confident. You spent a little bit of time. You had to climb some things. This isn't your first rodeo. You descend down the edge, holding on to the lip, and you grab onto the scarf. And as you begin your descent, you get down about 5 or 6 feet. And you realize that all things considered, if this were hemp rope, you'd be fine. But this is a silk scarf. You've not pre-knotted it in no way. It's not been frayed except for at the ends to have functionally utilized as a grapple. And you begin to slide. The slide is very, very slow at this point, but it starts to pick up pace. You get about halfway down, about 50 or so feet. I'll take a reflex to see if you can wrap your arm up in this. How many lucky rolls do you have?
1.
You have 1 left.
I have one left.
You have one left. Do you use it for this moment, or do you save it for the last 50 feet?
I think that I might need it. I think I might need it.
Okay.
My gut says don't use it right now.
Gotcha. Okay. You try to wrap your arm up, but it just slips out of your reach, your grasp, and the fold of your arm, and you begin to plummet. I need a will save. Huge. You maintain composure as you start to plummet and fall. Fear would take the normal person, but not you. You maintain composure. You already know that something's off. Something is weird in this place. And as you begin to fall 60 feet, 70, 75, you're at the end of the rope. You feel it. You're building up pace and momentum. I need a reflex save. Your DC is 18. You grab onto this. Describe, if you would please, describe how you grab this. Is it just like,
I literally, you've seen the Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Yes.
At the end where he's trying to cast down on Gwen, and it's like the web comes out as like a hand. I feel like the end of my scarf, because both ends can grapple, right?
Yeah.
I feel like the end has like another kind of like reaches out and grabs me as I'm, basically I'm grappled now.
Yeah. So
I'm
the
locked
way
in.
that it sort of works is it functions, the frayed end functions like a grappling hook. So I'm going to throw a sense of realism at it. You're going to get saved. You definitely get saved, but you don't come out of this scot-free.
Fuck no. I'm gonna slam against this wall so fucking hard.
Do me a favor and roll. You know what? I've got this. I'll roll it because it's just easier for me to do that. All right, Frost, this is what this looks like. As Ivan is plummeting, you reach out with everything that you have and you try to wrap your arm up into the sort of the web of your scarf, and it doesn't work. You know that your last saving grace before you hit the bottom of this is that essentially you have to hook yourself into the grappling, the threads themselves, which functionally exist as a grappling hook, meaning you're fish hooking your own arm and hand. And as you do so, it anchors into the forearm and starts to drag up. But you're able to...
Wait, you want to go even grosser?
Hit me with it.
I have webbed hands now. Let's not forget.
As it anchors into the meat of your arm, you do everything in your power to grab onto this, and with your webbed hands, you do just that. But you can feel the blood running the length of your elbow into your shirt and shoulder as you free hang at the 100-foot mark. The water is loud from here, but it doesn't sound like it's running, Frost. It sounds like it's frothing. Like something churns in the swell of water beneath you. Something moves. Like piranha that circle prey.
Yeah. It was excited that I was going to fall. Time to go. This is a bad idea, Bub. This is just, why did you let me do this? Bub, why would you let me do this?
You are the architect of your demise, my friend.
Time to climb.
You'd like to climb? Okay, give me a climb.
I'm good at this, Bub. I spec'd into it.
Use a luck reroll from me, please.
Okay.
You got one in the bank, right?
I do.
You want to use it?
Sure, I'll use my last one. How's that, Bub?
It was supposed to happen. It was supposed to be this way.
It's sometimes you gotta force it, you know?
Yeah. You utilize what strength you have in your body, and you realize that you've been hampered by the fact that these have kind of anchored into your forearms, and as you begin to climb up, you begin to slip again. You realize the tension in your hand has fallen, and all that you've anchored yourself by and what you're holding on to is the hooks of the grappling scarf into your bare flesh. And as you start to fall, I need one more reflex. Huge.
I'm wanting to hold on. I just suck at it.
Huge. Do you continue to hold?
Yeah.
All right. I'm doing it again.
I'm already down 6 health. Down another 5. All
Take
right.
5. Frost, at this point, it has ripped up the length of your arm, and the anchor is in your palm and in the webbing of your fingers.
Feels great.
You've taken a significant amount of damage. What is your hit points at right now?
13.
13. So you've lost
13,
about half of your health.
Yep.
You have a vicious wound on your arm.
I'll hide it by tonight.
It's it's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
I'm gonna go cauterize it from Cinder.
You have fallen yet again to the end of your rope. This time, you know, if you fail, if you botch another save, you will fall again into what hungrily moves the water beneath you now.
Oh, nat 20 the next reflex save, Bub.
As it whips and churns, give me a climb check. Get out of here. Okay.
Cinema.
Oh, look, I believe in the whimsy. All right. Here's the problem. Your climb speed is half of your movement speed. Your movement speed is 30 feet. Even if I give you the full round to climb, that's 30 feet. You've got to go 100 feet. So now you got to give me another save, buddy.
Okay, what's the DC? We gotta know what DC is.
You want to know what the DC is? The challenge to your DC. Now, I will tell you this much. You can lower the DC by throwing your backpack. If you wish to drop the burden of your bag, you don't know where
Everything that I have.
Everything that you have.
Everything that I have.
What's worth keeping in there anyway? Tell me about it. Anything good?
The broken spyglass. The watch. The scimitar.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The horse. I got the horses in.
That's
me.
right.
That sounds right.
You do have Talain Kara, the bold stallion. Yeah.
Yeah. What's the DC, Bub?
The DC for your climb, given the injury that you have and the weight that you're bearing, because you're in your medium build at this point, your medium load, you have to hit a DC of 18.
Jeez.
It's hard. This is hard. Let's see. What are you rocking right now in climb? Your climb is... Oh, there's the problem. It's because you are overburdened. You're seeing a negative on your climb because of your burden.
Oh, so I got to drop a little bit of weight.
Yeah.
Can I purposely drop every single snake oil potion that I have in there, which is... and my bedroll. Like, what if I can pull out those specific things?
All right, you wanna get down to your light load.
I don't need the fucking chain shirt.
You need to drop 30 pounds. You need to drop 33 pounds.
Okay, I'll drop the chain shirt immediately. Done. Don't care.
Okay. All right. I need ooh, baby. I need a check from you here. So I need a strength check to make sure that you maintain on this. I'm gonna set your DC at 10 because you're not doing like super difficult work. So give me a strength check.
And the rope is, it's good rope. It's supposed to.
Yeah, no, it's great rope.
To hold
Yeah. Give me a DC 10 strength.
There it is.
You're just holding on to it. Perfect. You maintain.
Easy.
Now, in order to do this nimbly bimbly like, I will need a... in this case, it's going to be a disabled device because you have to basically flinch through your backpack. No. It's not hard.
I have -1.
That's beans.
Never mind. Eat shit.
Perfect. You're able to grab onto your chain shirt, right? It's in the additionals tab. Let's go ahead and delete the chain shirt. It's no more.
Love that.
And you are... Oh, go back.
Oh, sorry.
You're at 51.5.
I forget that when I do things, it happens for you too.
Mm-hmm. You're at 51.5, meaning you still need to drop 9 pounds.
You said 30, bub.
You dropped You dropped 25 of the 35 you needed to drop.
Yeah, I didn't say 35 now, did you?
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
bedroll's easy one. Bedroll's an easy one.
yeah, that's 5 pounds right there. We can do that. Give me another disabled device.
Really?
Yes, sir. It's not great. It's not great. I will give it to you, but it's going to come at a cost.
Okay, what's the cost?
The cost is
Am I gonna drop something else?
you're going to drop something else. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roll 1d30 for me, please. So /R space 1d30.
20, guys.
Oh, no.
Oh, dude, how? Chat, the 20th thing in my inventory is the scimitar. It is the one thing I wanted to keep everything for.
Look, chat, you are... Oh man, that's unlucky, dude.
There's a story being told here, Bub. That sword's not done.
Hold on, let me make sure this is right because
Hey, and that's 4 pounds. 5 plus 4, that's 9 pounds. Boom.
let me recount it. 1, 2. Okay, so hold on. So it's gonna count off of backpack. So backpack is not gonna count for. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh,
7,
he's
11, 12,
fudging
13, 14,
the numbers,
15, 16,
chat.
17, 18, 19, 20 is your wand of magic missile.
How did you get to there?
Because you already you had the candle, right?
Oh, we didn't get rid of the candle.
I didn't get rid of the candle. So if you
get rid of the
discount the backpack
candle.
because it's already in your hands and you throw away the candle, it goes after. So it's going to be your wand of magic missile.
That actually makes sense, though.
All right.
Oh,
so
yeah. Wand of
your
magic
wand,
missile. That was a useful wand, too.
yeah, it would have been hella useful. And your bedroll, let's see if you fall into the right spot. You're at 46.4. You need to be at 43.
Water skin. It's an easy one.
Okay. Water skin is 4.1. Yeah, that'll do. Give me another disable. roll a 1d26, please. Oh, if it's the scimitar again, I'm going to lose my mind.
It actually might be.
Okay, so let's see here. So water skin,
I
so
think the
1, 2,
scimitar
3,
is 17.
4,
I think
5,
it's 17.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Wait a minute. You're already grabbing the water skin.
Which does make it. It does. That makes it the scimitar.
It makes it the scimitar, dude.
That makes it the scimitar. That makes it the scimitar.
Oh, yeah. So, you grab onto the water
scimitar.
skin and the rope of it, the band, the cord that kind of goes around your neck. As you grab onto it, it lacks onto the side of the double scimitar, which is not a weapon you're immediately proficient with. The only reason that you could use it is because you're elven. So I gotta delete that real quick.
Reflexed it.
Oh, I was actually gonna set your DC real high if you wanted to reflex that as well. So, I also just deleted the scimitar. We'll put it back. Perfect. So we'll put it back. That's good. That's good. Why are you still in the negatives though? What is going on here, brother? What do you got going on? Are you just outside of your light load? What's happening here? Oh no, you got your speed back. So you're right. You're good. That's perfect.
Yeah, my climb got +1.
Yeah, so it's good. It's Gucci. So I mean, having +1 extra, I mean that's a 5% greater success rate. So you will reflex. Here's the problem, Frost.
What's that?
You have your backpack in the hand of that's been sort of you literally have hooks in your hand, okay? And you're able to throw your arm around because you've been wearing your backpack. You haven't said that you've gone anywhere without it. Okay? If you throw it around your left arm, oh, you can't. No, because it's on the hooks in your arm. You can take it off your left and it's on your right. If you go to reflex,
See, I think that I would have had it on the arm that's in the like. So my thing is, I'm holding on to the rope that also has the shit in my hand.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so when I take the bag off, I got to use the other hand.
Correct.
So it's now like
the
bag can't fall.
It's right. It's anchored right here. So
yeah, the bag itself can't fall.
correct.
The bags. That's how I shot. If you want to write,
No, I'm
also the storyteller.
I'm with that. That makes sense. That makes the most sense. It's anchored onto your arm, so that's gonna be. You're definitely throwing it. But you're gonna grab onto this. Now the question is, how do you climb?
Stab the sword into the fucking wall. The power of the horses, bub.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. So give me the perception that this is a super important part of this.
Is the wall alive?
Can I have a perception? Huge. No, the wall is not alive, but there is no wall. There's no wall.
I'm just free hanging.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that until now.
No. It was probably the rending of your flesh rolling up your arm that immediately took you away from slamming into the wall.
That makes sense. Okay, sword goes in my mouth.
All right. Do you know what a double scimitar is?
Knife on both sides.
Yeah. Do you know how big it is?
4 pounds.
Nah, I mean in size, like how big it is.
Yeah, no, you showed me a picture of it.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure that you realize you are you're like a dog with a gigantic stick in its face. So
As long as I don't go through a doorway, I'm fine.
You know what? You got me there. Here it is for chat, just in case you guys want to see it. That's the instrument that he's now wielding in his mouth. I'm with it. I'm not even mad at it. Perfect. Okay, but now that you have this, what's your plan?
I think that adds balance, right? Because now you ever see like the guy going on the tightrope and it's better when they have the pole. I think that's what I have now, right? But now I'm going to climb with probably a +1 because of that balance, you know?
Ooh.
+1,
like.
that means an 18.
How are you trying to bluff me out of game to give you 18? What the hell is going on? Hold on just a minute. Okay.
Yeah, I got more balance.
17 is it's really, really close. So I was giving you regular climb speed at this point. I'll let you cover half the distance. This is going to be a glacial move for you. It's not big at all. This is going to take so long. But if you keep making rolls like that, you'll eventually climb out.
Okay.
I need you to make a fortitude save.
Love that. About to pass out.
It's dark in here. You're a half elf. You do have some light above that's giving you just enough to sort of begin depicting what's happening. But that little bit of light, as it shines down across your arm, you realize just how saturated your arm is in blood. You can feel it sort of roll down the length of your shirt as you realize how much blood is coming from your body. And you begin to see some spots. But you're not quite sure because it's just dark in front of you. It's just dark. But it's the flecks. It's the flecks of snow in your vision that give it away, that you're starting to black out.
Good. Solid. Okay.
What would you like to do?
Not pass out, bub.
My man, keep succeeding on fortitude saves way better than a 5, and you'll pass.
Okay.
Not out.
Do I need to do another one of those, or am I able to keep climbing?
I need a climb.
Okay.
Huge. That's a success. You'll get full speed out of it. I need a fortitude save. Massive. Well done. You got half of your speed previously, so that puts you at 45, and then you got 30 more, so you're at 75. If you succeed with an 18 or greater on your next climb check, followed by an 18 or greater on a fortitude save, you will have completely climbed to safety. If not, Ivan Freely's in trouble. Remember, that's half speed. Give me a fortitude save. This is the one that really matters.
Yeah.
Ivan.
I am not doing well.
You feel it long before you realize you start to fall. Your grip in your mouth starts to weaken. The burbling, the sound of the water below is starting to kick up. You can feel the actual blade itself start to shake back and forth before inevitably it falls, but you can't be bothered because you're struggling with the hold. You hear it splash below, and you begin to plummet. You free fall. When you reach the length of the end of the rope itself, you can't be bothered. It doesn't even hurt. You've lost enough blood. It rips through the webbing of your fingers, tearing right through as you fall. It's a mixture of the cold of the water, but the heat of your blood as it seems to disperse out. Something rigidly bumps into your side before it's dark. We're going to take a short break. Just a little 3-minute break.
Gotta go let me know that I gotta make a new character, Chad.
Not entirely. It's going to change some things. So give us a second, guys. We're going to take a quick break. Run to the bathroom, do what you got to do. We'll be back in a moment. We'll come right back. Hi, guys. We are back. We're back at the table. So thank you for being patient. And here in a second.
Hey.
Yeah. So, where we last left off, you were blacking out. Your body hit some water, and everything kind of went a little dark for you. Sort of to be expected, all things considered. Some decisions were made, and you found yourself in a tough spot. Things are going to move rather rapidly. To no surprise, you're not making it to dinner. Probably not for a few nights. As you weave in and out of consciousness over the next few days, you hear some things. You begin to hear some things. They didn't exactly have the means to transfuse blood immediately. Triage, even while they're at the most upper of levels, you lost a significant amount. I'm going to need a couple of things from you. I need 3 will saves.
Sure.
14, 19, and 10. It gets a little easier as the days continue to trudge on. The first day was quite touch and go. You know that people are around you as you lie in bed. You're certain it's your bed, as in a moment of lucid alertness, you can see the 4 posts. You can overhear someone at the side. You think it might be Porter, but you hear another voice as well.
I've tried, ma'am. He does not appear to be immediately recovering. We must give him some time.
Before you hear the response back,
He needs to recover now.
that's not a voice you recognize.
With time, ma'am. This is nothing I can rush.
But the voice you heard was not of the matron of the house. It was not a Saraphina Freely.
It was of the patron of the house.
You're not certain if that was real, if it was lucid dreaming, if it was something greater or something more. But there is some minor hallucinations. You see tracer images, bizarre spots and lights every time your eyes kind of open up. You overhear the boys coming through. Avi, even briefly, says something to the effect of, "Hope he's gonna be okay. He'll be okay, right, Bree?"
I'm sure he'll be fine.
Bree?
Yes.
Cheese.
And then on the third day, your third consecutive night sleeping, in all of its hallucinations, and all of the things that you've encountered and uncovered, you find yourself pushing yourself to a sitting position. Elbows down into the bed as you push up. It's very difficult because despite the depth of the rest that you have now gained and gathered, you've not been eating. They've been giving
Am I
you
back
water.
to full HP?
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that after 3 days of rest, you probably will. Now, in traditional Pathfinder and D&D, you don't gain that much, but you're a hero. You're supposed to gain more. You do daring things, also criminally stupid things.
Bit of a hero.
That's right.
What you're saying is what I just did was heroic.
I mean, some people could say that. I don't know if I would say that.
Chat, would you say it? I think I was being heroic.
I mean, yeah, I think it was pretty heroic. It was 50. No, it was stupid. All right. Perfect. Okay. All right. So, as in that third day comes to be, well, in this case, you were already here a day. And it was probably just after lunch on the second, and you just slept for 3. So we'll say that you're waking up right in the midst of day 5. As day 5 comes to be, you are not immediately met at bedside with anyone. No one is there. No one is there to greet you. No one is there to welcome you back to the land of the waking. It's just you and yourself. What do you do?
Can I stand?
You certainly can. Your legs are shaky at first. You get a bit of a cramp in them because it's been too long. They didn't exactly have the knowledge to kind of like roll you and move the legs around to kind of get some muscular moving in there, but you rise. You have to grab onto the post of the bed to sort of assist you in standing, but there you are.
I look down at my arm to see the damage.
Well, you would say it's rough, but it's bound up. It's wrapped. What little you can see is through the webbing of your fingertips. And they're split. There's not much mending that.
I'm back to being a bad swimmer.
Yeah. Or at least an awful climber, but this can be fixed with time. As you move, you feel pressure on your right side. You're certain that you hit water, but you're still wearing the same clothes. And they're not soaked. They're not saturated. They are stained from blood. You see your scarf. It has been neatly folded up and placed on the... what is that called? The dresser. So forgive me. It's placed upon the dresser right in front of the mirror.
Are my other things there?
Everything that remained in your backpack.
No scimitar!
No.
Fuck you, bub.
I understand. The pressure on your right side, though, is not insignificant. You can feel it pretty much from the top of your butt up the middle part of the torso, probably right around the shoulder blade. And as you kind of feel it, it's tense. It's very, very tight. You instinctively touch it all down the length of it, and it hurts. When you lift the shirt and look in the mirror, it's bruised all the way down. A variety of colors between black and yellow and greens, and purple in the depth.
It's almost like I hit solid.
Or something hit you. But yes. Do you call out for anyone? Do you go to your backpack? Do you do anything specifically?
Instinctively, I would attempt to cast Cure Light Wounds, but then that would probably not work now, would it?
Yeah. Do you probably go to do that, but then stop just
Yeah.
before you finish? Yeah, I thought you might.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it? It feels like the same room.
Yeah, your room. It is Ivan's
Okay.
room, for all intents and purposes.
I would check my bag for that key.
When you begin to kind of linger in through the backpack, you catch something a little odd as you are, you're pulling it apart. You're very ginger about things due to the nature of the damage to your hand. You see something next to your backpack, which is probably the most uncomfortably inviting thing that you've encountered. You didn't expect it in this space. There appears to be what looks like a small wooden doll. Probably about, 3 inches tall by about maybe an inch wide. It looks like it's been crafted. Think like an action figure. But it looks to be an elven man. And he has interesting marks running down the length of his arm now. He's got a giant cheesy grin and long hair.
Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that there's a fucking voodoo doll of me, bub. I touch it.
Nothing happens.
I slap it.
Nothing happens.
I fucking break off one of its arms.
You snap off one of the arms, and you hear a voice. I didn't think that you'd dislike it. I'm sorry. It's coming from the hallway. Cracked door. It's Avi. He's peering through. Could have just told me it was bad.
No. I'm sorry. I thought it was a voodoo doll, man. I thought it was a voodoo doll. I thought I was getting cursed. It was so good that I thought it was real.
I made it.
Can you fix it for me?
I have to make another one. You broke the arm off.
I would love that. I'll trust it this time.
Okay. Are you okay?
No. No. What is that place?
What place?
Do you not know what happened to me?
No. Bree said you fell.
Who's Bree?
I should probably go.
No. You're fine.
Give me diplomacy. Huge, massive. You immediately belay the fear. There's something that's warm, very inviting about your voice. Can I come in?
Of course. We're family.
When you say that, he kind of smiles a little bit, and his tousled blonde hair, the eye sort of twitches again. There's a delay in the blink, but he kind of pushes himself into the room, and he very, very carefully shuts it, but turns the handle so that there's no audible clicking noise. I don't know if I can be in here long. She'll come back through.
Who?
Mother, she's been watching you.
I heard her. Once or twice. I was in and out.
She was worried. She thought that you were gonna die. I thought that you were gonna die too.
Yeah, I fell into some hole.
Is it where they're working on the house?
I think so, but it was like something tore through it. Like there was a hole in the ground and water at the bottom and something in the water.
Water? We're in Skyway. There's only clouds below the house.
That's what I thought.
I don't know. Bree would know.
Who's Bree?
Has she not said hi yet?
No.
Well, maybe you scare her.
Do I scare you?
I don't know, kind of.
What could I do to make myself not so scary?
Are you gonna hurt Dad?
I don't think so.
Okay. Are you gonna hurt Lyion?
No. Lyion and I go way back. We grew up together a little bit.
He's kind of mean.
Is he?
Yeah, he's kind of mean. He just does what Mom says. And Mom's kind of mean.
I can tell. Does she hurt you?
Not anymore.
What does that mean?
I mean, since you started doing things and she got really mad.
Do you want me to hurt her?
No.
Be honest.
No, I don't know. That she's Mom.
Is she your mom?
I don't.
Is she the same woman that you know? Or
She's
is she something else?
She's the only mom I've ever known.
But has she changed?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think she's still Mom, but you did something. And
I did something.
She's been more mad recently because you did something.
How long ago?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe a few months, maybe 2 months.
Can I knowledge on that of like
Sure.
what exactly
sure.
I did
This
2 months ago?
This would be like a wisdom check. So it's a memory. So it's a memory test. So go ahead and click on your wisdom.
Not bad.
About 2.5 months ago, you started adventuring. Scam School was more or less taken down, and you met the adventuring party, and you started adventuring.
I'm gonna assume that it's more since I started toiling and shit, not since I started adventure. You know, since I started.
It's a safe bet.
Yeah, right. I started toiling in the shit that she knows about and she doesn't want me to know about.
Yeah, that's a safe bet.
Yeah. Has she said anything about wanting to stop me?
No. No. She keeps talking about someone, though.
Who?
I don't know. I don't know. It's a guy.
Kane?
Yeah. Yeah, how did you... Yeah, I think that's his name. How did you know that?
Once you've been around, you get to read people. I don't want
Yeah.
to say I can read your thoughts, but I can help you get there.
She's been really mad at someone named Kane.
Does she talk to him?
No. No. I don't think she does. If she did, she would be... She would have a lot to say about him and to him.
What does she say about him?
I don't know what she says. Because I don't know what she is saying. I don't know what... She's not speaking in Elven, and she's not speaking in Common.
She's speaking in Draconic.
Draconic? I don't know. I don't speak Draconic. I thought dragons just roared.
Dragons are far smarter than that.
Well, I don't know. It's... She speaks like she's sick.
She's sick.
Yeah.
Is Dad sick?
Yeah, I think Dad's sick too.
Yeah, me too.
I hope he's okay. He's... And he pauses for a minute. And he kind of looks at you, and his eyes sort of focus on you. Particularly your eyes. He gets so sad when I bring you up.
I get kind of sad when people bring him up too.
I don't think he's a very smart man. Mom always says that too. But
He's really smart up here. He's not very smart in here, but he's working on it.
I don't know. I don't know if he knows what to do anymore. He always looks so lost. When do people stop looking scared and start looking so lost?
After they make a big mistake.
Did Dad make a big mistake?
Pretty big one.
He's looked lost for a long time, Ivan.
I know. Ever since he met your mom.
I don't know. I don't know, but I don't know if he's ever been happy.
He's been happy before. When he met my mom.
What's she like?
Honestly, this isn't in any mean way. It's going to come across as mean, but it's like your mom, but exactly the opposite. Where she snarls, my mom smiles.
Sounds
Where
kind
she
of nice.
yells, my mom whispers. It's close. Happy.
It sounds kind of nice, though. Does she cook?
Yeah. Yeah. Mom does it all.
Does she like cheese?
Every time you say brie, I think you're talking about the cheese.
Brie's not cheese.
That's what- That's kind of disappointing with how much I like cheese. You like cheese?
I do.
It's my favorite food.
I do like cheese.
What's your favorite kind of cheese?
I don't know. It's white. I don't.
There's a lot of white cheeses. Does
I
it have
don't-
holes in it?
No, no holes. It's a wheel.
Maybe a provolone?
I don't know. It's a wheel. It's downstairs in the larder. I have to sneak down at night.
They not give you cheese?
I don't eat at the dinner table anymore. I pretend like I'm sick.
Why?
Otherwise, I'll end up like Lyion.
And like Dad,
I don't know. Maybe.
you think that the food controls you?
No, I don't think the food does. I think it makes you weak. Bree said it makes you sick. Is Bree lying? Should I not listen to her anymore?
I'd like to meet Bree, but she sounds smart.
She's been watching you. She's told me.
I heard you talking to her one time.
I only talk to her when I know the mom's not close.
Can you see through, Bree?
Well, yeah.
I'd love to meet Bree.
She's
I'd
nice.
very much like to meet Bree.
She's nice. She's a little bit older than Lyion, but she's probably not as old as you.
She like dolls.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's why you make them.
Oh, well, I just like carving things.
That's cool.
I get a bunch more, but Mom can't know that I have a knife. She'd get mad.
I actually lost a pretty big knife when I fell. It was a double-sided one. About this big.
Why do you have a knife that big? That's not good for carving things.
It's got a horse in it.
Huh?
Yeah. It's an old war scimitar.
What do you mean
It
there's
was,
a horse? What?
If I ever can find that sword again, I'll let you hold it. You'll be able to hear it. There's a horse in it, and it can talk to you.
I don't know if I... The horse talks?
It's really nice. The horse is nice. It's a nice horse.
Are you sure
A
you
lot
didn't
more to
bump
this
your
wo-
head?
You sure you haven't bumped your head?
A lot. A lot. I've fallen down the stairs so many times.
Big house.
Yeah. Hey, tonight you want to sneak out and get cheese?
Absolutely. I am so hungry. I haven't eaten 3 days. You told me I was going to have to wait an extra day to eat. You're going to bring me some food.
I know. I didn't know you were gonna almost die.
How if I smelled the cheese and tried to jump in the hole for the cheese?
I probably would have jumped for cheese too.
Yeah. You ever had goat cheese?
Ew, no. Goats make cheese?
Yeah. Yeah. It's really good. It's a lot softer.
No. Nope. That's okay.
You
That's
gotta
like,
trust me.
That's like when Lyion eats the rotten food that Mom makes him eat. And I say no. I just tell Mom that my stomach is upset and I don't eat.
Rotten food?
Yeah.
The one that I saw in the kitchen.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you eat that? That of
I-
course would make you sick.
I don't eat it.
And she's okay with you not eating it.
No. No, she's not. But Dad stops her from being too mean to me.
That's good. That sounds a lot better than when I was here. Well, not here, but home.
I'm glad you're here, even if you're mad at them.
But I'm not mad at you.
Well, you did break my doll.
Okay. You do. There's a lot of spooky shit happening here. Okay, you talk to a ghost, and
Don't cuss. Don't say bad words. Mom owns
You're
in
right.
on that. She hears it.
no, you're right. You're right. I should. You gotta help me out. All right. I'm gonna help you out by teaching you a few things, maybe how to use a sword, and you're gonna help me by cleaning up my language.
I don't care if your language isn't clean, but Mom hears it. She got super hearing.
Do you think she's hearing what we're saying now?
I hope not. I don't want her to know about my cheese.
We're gonna get along amazingly.
Well,
Do you ever cut the cheese? Do you know what cutting the cheese is?
I don't have a knife. Well, I have a knife, but not for cutting cheese.
No, cutting the cheese. You ever eat too much cheese and then your stomach starts to gurgle?
No, I'm really afraid to overeat. There's not really a lot, and they don't move food to the larder very often. So I have to make it last.
Sure, buddy. I'll teach you about cutting the cheese then.
I don't know why. I can cut cheese just fine. Well, Mom will probably be through soon, so I'm gonna go.
All right, bud. I'll see you tonight.
Yeah, don't be mad at Lyion if he's weird. He's eating a lot of spoiled oatmeal. He's weird.
Yeah. I won't give him a hard time.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
And he carefully opens the door and peeks out before he bolts on again. Leaves you to yourself, to your room.
I need to find the key.
Sure. You know that you didn't have time to slap it into your backpack, but you were certain that you kept it on your person. So as you begin sort of like rifling through your pockets, your white tee upper pocket, it's not there. You begin going through like the front pocket and you find it is still luckily wedged into the back pocket of your pants, of your trousers. It's still there. You found it. The familial
Lucky me.
crest.
Lucky me. Still haven't figured out what that key goes to.
So I need to know what the rest of not only your day, but your days sort of look like here. Are you going to find moments to talk with Richard Freely? Or
Yeah.
maybe your stepmother?
I mean, she's the focus now,
Okay,
but it doesn't seem like I get to decide when to talk to her.
sure. So then if you're going to look through the house, if you're going to try to take advantage of this time that you have and look through the house, I would like for you to give me a couple of perceptions. So I want a stealth. Give me 2 stealths and 3 perceptions.
Bad stealth. Good stealth. Good perception. Good perception. Great perception.
Great perception. I'm going to give you one of my now existing 3 luck rerolls to reroll that stealth.
Okay.
It's meant to happen. Meant to happen. So let's see if we can get it here.
Gotta stop telling me to reroll things, bub. Or waste. It's been a waste every single time today.
It's funny. It's good stuff. Okay. All right. Even or odd in your favor?
Even.
It's even. You pass undetected, interestingly enough. Ivan, you spend most of your day and night skulking through the house. The house is big, but it's not so large. It's small compared to so many of the other castles and mansions on Skyway, but you manage most of all. All that considered, your final perception is what did it in. It was perfect. And it's taken you up into the middle of the night, probably closer to like 8 or 9 p.m. You've dodged out on dinner to find your way into what you believe is a hidden room. You're pandering everywhere. Finding anything and everything you can. You dodge the one room where you believe you had fallen, but as you kind of peek in briefly, collapsed floor is no more. You move beyond. You begin meandering through the house. The statuary corridor, the library's over there, you're certain. But as you peek on, it leads to the coal chute. Coal chute was on the other side of the house. So you begin moving in the direction of the coal chute. It's the dining room. Dining room's not on this side of the house either. There's a pass-through, a door through the dining room that wasn't there previously. As you open that door, it's a wall. Just another regular wall. But your final perception yields something. You find on the wall is the house crest, that familial F. Just below it is a notched keyhole. It's right in the door frame. It's not even on the door itself. There is no traditional mechanism. You put it in?
Been doing that for a while, bub.
Heard. Heard.
Not really done making dumbass decisions quite yet.
I got you. All right, my friend. You find your way into what can only be described as what I would say is probably some sort of hidden vault. Based entirely upon some of the things that are disguised here, it's probably just that, or at least what once was. As you manage to filch this in, the boards seem to kind of pop, revealing this small room. It's a dimly lit passage that tucks in behind a thick stone, whereas in before you saw that there was wood, 2x4s and other bits here and there. But this room is stone. The door creaks loudly as it closes behind itself, revealing what you can only guess is some sort of locking mechanism or lever to open it on your way back out. Inside, you find shelves lined with ancient tomes and artifacts, A variety of riches stacked in odd printings, some of current kings, some of fallen kings, all from a varied amount of generations. Your father is old, after all, and human kings don't last that long. You feel them as you near, the hum and the whir of powerful wards and intricate locking mechanisms. The vault feels like a place removed from time itself. It is a repository of things long forgotten and others that should have never been kept. Some objects pulse with strange energy, while others appear mundane. The hairs on your neck stand on end as if they are far more than they seem. The room is eerily silent, except for the faint hum of magic, and there is an overwhelming sense that the things stored here are far more than just mere wealth, part of something much darker and much older. But what dawns upon you, what draws your attention, is a stationary work desk with a chair that's been pushed up to it, a candle that's been recently burnt. As you reach out, you notice something that you hadn't previously. On the hand that wasn't injured, Ivan, you're wearing a ring. It's the crest of your father. It's marked with an R stamped over the Freely F. It's the ring of Richard Freely. You peer down at this work desk where the candle has been burnt for just long enough. Quill and ink sits at its side, the ink bottle itself mostly used, mostly gone. The desk is the only thing that does not immediately reek of magical phenomenon. And there is a book right in front of the chair that has the same stamped RF of Richard Freely. It is locked. There's a leather strap with what appears to be a lock on it. Not that any normal key would hit, but you recognize the inset pattern of the ring you're wearing. You don't know who, how, or when, but your guess is over the last 3 days, someone snuck this ring onto your finger. What do you do?
There's the obvious choice, but you're giving me a choice, so that feels like maybe I shouldn't do that.
It's true. I gave you the choice to enter the room. You
Yeah,
did that,
that's
though.
true. I cast Detect Magic.
This is the one place spells work. This book is not magical. At least the book is not. The lock is. It just comes from the School of Enchantment.
Anything else in the room that's particularly magical?
Everything is particularly
Yeah.
magical, even the stool. The
Can I
ring.
inspect?
Yeah, of course you can. The ring on your finger is also matching the enchantment school.
Cool. Can I inspect why the stool is magical?
Sure. What would you like to do?
Fucking tinker with it. Kick it a little bit. I don't know. Pick
You-
it up.
You kick
Turn it over.
You turn it over?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So you kick it just out of curiosity. After about 4 or 5 seconds, the stool uprights itself and slides right back in under the desk.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
All right. I'll bite. I'll put the ring in the book.
As you begin to open the tome itself, leather bound in its vellum pages, the first page flips moments after the latch itself locks and the leather bind falls to the side. As you flip it over, it reveals to you, it says, "To whom it may concern." In the case of Master Ivan Freely's prolonged well-being, the following individuals are to be kept under discreet observation and on regular retainer for his safety. These individuals have been entrusted with various aspects of his protection and his comfort. Their roles are pivotal to ensuring the successful outcome of his future undertakings, and any deviation from their assigned duties shall be met with severe consequences. The first, Sergeant Dolam, Town Guard. It says Dolam is stationed near the southern gates of Sharn. He's been given direct orders to ensure Ivan's passage in and out of the city, and it remains unhindered. He is also tasked with ensuring that Ivan's immediate safety is guarded from external threats, known for his unflinching loyalty to the Freely family. Dolam has been on the payroll for the past 5 years that you're aware of, but there is no predate specifically for it. His personal motivations remain unknown, but his service has been unquestionable. Signed, Richard Freely. The second, Miriam Pinebridge, owner of local tavern.
I got nothing in my life, man.
Miriam has been instructed to provide Ivan with refuge and comfort when needed. She is to offer him both sustenance and companionship. Her tavern serving as an unofficial safe house. Miriam's involvement is particularly valuable given her connection to several important figures in the lower districts of Sharn. While she is well liked and trusted by many, it is crucial that Ivan does not become overly familiar with her personal life or her connections to the underworld.
Just to be clear, that's just like the lower levels of Sharn. That's not hell.
That is not hell, but it may be something more than just the lower levels of Sharn.
Jesus Christ.
Number 3, Idio Freely, Ivan's young friend. It has to be noted that young Idio, though not related by blood, has quickly become a trusted companion of Ivan Freely. His youthful naivete and growing bond with Ivan are being carefully monitored to ensure that no undue influence is exerted upon the younger boy. It is essential that the friendship remain untainted by external pressures, as Idio's proximity to Ivan could lead to unforeseen consequences. His safety is also of the utmost importance. Should any harm...
Did you say Idio Freely?
I did, yes.
Is he my brother?
Though not related by blood, he is fast friends with Ivan Freely.
So he's adopted.
That's for you to peel back with Dad.
Sure.
His safety is of the utmost importance. Should any harm come to him, the responsibility will fall upon the agents listed herein. There's an additional note here regarding closed operations of a facility known as SCAM. Do you remember what that was spelled out to be? What the abbreviation
Sharn City
was?
Alchemy Moguls.
Correct. It is important to note that the operations of SCAM, also known as SCAM, which the abbreviation spell out Sharn Consortium of Asset Management, have been officially shuttered as of the latest directive from Master Freely himself, following a comprehensive investigation into malicious practices, low integrity, and various allegations of fraudulent activity. All businesses and operations pertaining to have been ceased, effective immediately. Assets under management have been liquidated, and any outstanding debts are to be settled in accordance with Freely estate policies. The dissolution of SCAM is seen as an essential step to ensuring the estate's reputation and aligning the business interest within the highest standards of conduct. Any former associates of SCAM are now considered persona non grata and should be regarded with caution.
Is this fucking John Wick? What are you looking at me for, Bob? Is that all that's in the book?
That's all that's in the book.
That's it? Nothing. Every other page. Empty.
You can tell that this is freshly written. Your immediate knee-jerk reaction is to feel confused and questioned. But based upon the conversation that you just had with your brother, not more than a few hours previous, and calming down. From an outward glance, it seems as if your father just wanted to do the best for you, but something was preventing him. But Ivan has rage. And that's not for me to determine.
No, he's fucking pissed. I have nobody. I had nobody in my entire fucking life. Everybody that I thought I was becoming friends with, that I thought I was making a relationship with, every single person. I don't even know if the people that I had any sort of like sexual relations with, like, were they fucking paid? I don't know. I don't know if this is it.
True.
I don't know if this is. They just keep unraveling and unraveling.
But you also, in those moments, you realize after saying that, I don't know if I have anybody. This could all be orchestrated, a manipulation by my father and by the estates there and of. Then you remember your adventuring party. It begs the question, have they been bought? Are they on the payroll? Why aren't they put in this book?
Feels a little bit too coincidental that all this shit would come together.
So I want to know, what does Ivan do? In a fit of rage, do you think Ivan would approach directly in regards to what's happening? Would you confront your father? Would you confront your mother? Why is Dad suddenly sharing this information now of all times?
I'm going to go into the next page and write one single word. Why? Question mark. Close it, lock it, walk away.
Okay.
I'll probably inspect some more things in there, but
Most of the things that you inspect are magical. Not all of them
Yep.
seem nearly as friendly as the chair.
anything seem of use in my current situation where I might have to defend myself against an evil witch mother?
No, I don't think so.
Sucks.
I mean, you
Anything
could throw a
that-
chair at her, but it might just sit itself back up.
Anything. Now, this is anything that might be useful to any of my friends.
Oh, probably not. No, a lot of this is
No.
like business ledger.
Okay.
The magical things here, you're not really sure what it is, but it's all under like lock and key. The lock and key is all like honed via the magic. You could tell that from your detect magic.
Okay. Yeah, then I guess I'll just dip.
Okay. Ivan, on your way out, before you're able to grab onto the lever to kind of like swing the door back open for you, you're met to your surprise. The door's closed. But you're still met to your surprise. You just see a face past the wall. Young girl, probably 16, 17 years old. She just peeks through.
Find what you're after.
Hello, Bree.
How did you know my name?
Little man told me.
Avi.
Avi. He's the best, isn't he?
You're not freaked out by this? This isn't weird to you?
No. I've been through a lot. Just fell down into a hole and I thought I was going to get eaten by a bunch of piranhas and I didn't get eaten by anything. You know what's down in that hole that's not existent anymore? That hole that doesn't exist anymore?
Oh, you saw it.
I saw what?
Yeah, it's not friendly.
What is it?
I don't know. It wasn't exactly in any of my school books.
You can't go down there. Are you confined to the house?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I'm stuck. I've tried leaving. I can't.
Yeah. What do you think happens if the house falls down?
I don't know. He keeps me here, though. I don't know why. Maybe he likes to keep things that have been used up.
Wait, he keeps you here?
Yeah.
My father?
No.
Who?
The one your father fears.
Who does my father fear? Thought he feared my stepmother.
That's not a woman.
Didn't think so.
If it,
Didn't know what it was.
if it
But I'd love to
was,
know.
It's not been a woman for a long time.
Figured. Is it a dragon?
I wish. The dragon would just eat us all up.
I don't think you'd be very filling.
Not like this, no. No, it's something darker. It's not a dragon. It doesn't have wings. It's hungry.
You've seen it.
I can see its teeth.
What do you think it is?
Endless hunger. Consuming.
What is it after?
You know, I thought it was the kids, but they brought us in on a ship.
Ship.
Yeah. There was a lot of us. We were on a ship to the king of Breland. We were prisoners aboard a prison vessel. I was ironic. I was arrested for stealing bread. But when we got here, we were honestly helpless. We were helpless. And he ate us. Them. He ate them.
Who brought you here?
Him. The one in the dress. The teeth, the consuming.
Yeah, but you said you came on a ship with a bunch of prisoners.
Yeah.
Who drove the ship?
I don't know. I never saw.
Was it a warforged?
No. No, not a warforged. Though we'd heard about a warforged. We heard about a man made of metal. He was kidnapping people. I'd wish I'd been kidnapped, but nope. I was brought here. I was wrest free from my body and cast aside, and I don't know why. While the others, they were swallowed. Just consumed. It opened like an enormous mouth. And well, the bodies were burned. The bodies were burned. Even my body was burned. But it ate those like me. All of them.
Why doesn't it... Why do you think it keeps the rest of the family alive? Like it's trying to mimic that it's real?
I don't know. I don't know. It seems really tied to what it was like to be alive. It sure does wear pretty dresses. It has lovely hair. But I can see what he really is.
Does he have a name?
Oh, I don't know. He just keeps us.
Us?
Well, the boys, and I'm guessing your father. We can't leave. It knows I'm here. He taunts me.
And you think he's trying to do the same with me?
No, I was here. Maybe an hour before I was tossed on the basement cold stone and choked. Until I saw my body on the stone floor. It's hard to talk about. To know that you're not alive anymore. But the boy, Avi, he's sweet.
He's smarter than them. Cunning.
He's nice. I never had a friend like him. Nobody wants to befriend a homeless thief. Well, I see that you've managed to sneak into trouble.
Just keeps trying to find me. Yeah, I was kind of dragged here against my will. Had a vampire hunt me down. Still trying to figure out why I'm here, but I've just known that I've pissed off the the beast thing.
Why don't you just go ask?
Just go ask it.
Ask them. You're here and you're alive, so what do you have to lose?
It's true. I did fall down in that hole and it wanted to keep me alive. I heard while I was asleep.
If you
that
were
it-
supposed to be
it
dead, they
needed
would have
me to
just
live.
killed you.
Yeah.
What do I know? I got nothing else to live for, so...
Hey, if I end up like you, we can be best buds.
Maybe. You'd be so lucky to have a friend like me.
I think I might have a way to get you out of here eventually.
I'm not gonna hold my breath.
You wouldn't be able to.
You're funny.
I mean, literally.
That's why you're funny.
No, I mean that you'd be a warforged.
Now that's a thought.
Turn to life.
But
Go
what
out
I-
on your own terms whenever you're ready.
Maybe. I don't know, being a ghost has its perks.
Being a ghost in a gross ass house. Kind of shit.
Well, you're not just gonna let me haunt you. Besides, I'm kinda tied to Avi.
You're tied to Avi. So you think if Avi leaves, you could leave.
Yeah, I'll go if he goes.
You said you can't leave the house, though.
Well, if you made it possible, I'm sure I could.
It's fair.
No
It's fair.
pressure, you know.
Maybe I'll kick a genie out of its bottle and I'll get you in there.
Wait, you can what? You can do that?
I don't know. Fucking dude. I was just in a. Do you know where I went? Do you know what the Mournlands are?
You...
Do you know what the Mournlands are?
Did nobody tell you about cussing in the house?
Is that really that big of a deal? There's like an interdimensional being and it hates cussing?
No, it feels the magnitude of it behind it. It feels the pressure, the intent.
So if I want its attention,
I think you just go knock on the door. But if you want to stand in a hallway and cuss, I guess just give it your best.
how do you navigate this house, by the way?
I can walk through walls. I'm dead. What do you mean?
You still know where you're going.
No, it moves.
The house changes. It moves. What's the puzzle?
There is no puzzle.
Yes, there is.
How can you be so incredibly handsome and stupid at the same time? Is it a talent?
45 years. It's great talent.
There's no There is no rhyme or reason. It just does, and I think it's because of him.
So it sounds like going out in the hall and screaming a few curse words is the way that I get its attention.
I suppose.
Watch this. And I pull the lever and I'm...
As you pull the lever, you hear the as the wood kind of swings back again, opening up. And she ushers you forward with the arm, and she just smiles, not knowing what's going to happen next. But she doesn't stick around to find out.
I would like to give my best performance that I can.
29's pretty sick.
Hey, Mom, you stupid fucking bitch! Where the fuck are you?
You can hear the footfall from above across the house. That sounds like small feet. Rapidly. You overhear from above something deeper than normal.
What was that? What is that?
You can't quite make it out, but something is shaking the house. This verbose, this candor.
I've had enough of your shit. No more fucking games. You're gonna tell me everything that's fucking going on, or I slit my fucking throat. And I pull out my dagger and I put it right up there. I got 29 on performance.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I mean, you wanted attention, you got attention.
They don't want me dead.
As you take this opportunity to weave your way into the foyer of the house. It is the largest, most open space. It's probably 45 to 50 feet in length by about 20 feet across. If there are people here, you will draw attention. You see Porter move from what you would only guess is the area of the dining room, but you're certain it was behind you, so where did he come from? You're not sure. Cinder comes through a door that's tucked behind the stairwell, where there wasn't a door previously. Avi and Lyion find themselves at the banister, looking through the bars. Your father arrives rather quickly, and he says, "What are you doing?"
What does it look like I'm doing? Ending this one way or another.
What you need to be careful. You don't know what is happening. You don't know what is going on. He's still biting his lips. You can tell that he's still trying to hold things down right now. He's still hesitantly looking around, waiting for his wife, your stepmother, to appear. And then you hear the sounds of her heels pressing into the wood above. The echo becomes significantly louder as it hits the balcony opposite the boys.
Well, fuckity fuck, it's about fucking time.
She pauses on the emphasis of the F.
Don't like that, do you?
She descends.
Maybe you do. Maybe you do. Maybe I'm like jacking off a fucking demon right now. What is it? What are you? Who are you? Show me your teeth.
Ivan.
Bitch.
Why do you call upon it? Why do you want to hear it? What do you wish to gain?
Knowledge. It wants something from me.
The camera seems to kind of turn. It bounces back and forth. It's that cinema shot where it's like the back of your head peering at her face as it rotates around the back of her head. And when you ask for knowledge, the camera seems to pan again to the side and behind your head, and we can see, as the onlooker and viewer, that the eyes darken and distend into almost almond somniferous eyes, alien in nature. That
Do I
seem
notice that?
yes. It seems to bleed this miasma that rises
There he is.
like heat on asphalt.
There he is.
You ask for knowledge. You curse in my home.
Your home. We haven't even become acquainted. Ivan Freely.
You can know me as the patron.
Easiest mystery to solve.
Just because you solved it doesn't mean that it's finished, boy.
Boy.
Do you feel stronger now than you deciphered the mystery? All of the power is flooded to you because you know who I am, but you don't even have a clue. You don't know anything. Why I'm here, what's happened to your parents, what's happening to your parents, why I no longer serve your mother, why she's so young for a human when she should have wilted like a flower. The suffering the people around you have gone through to see you unto your ripe age of what? Piss stain in 45. You ask for knowledge in my halls. I'll tell you anything you want to know. But we'll make a deal. A pact.
It's your favorite word, isn't it?
It's my food. We all have to
Haven't
eat
had
Ivan.
I thought you just ate a bunch of fucking kids recently.
Oh no. Sinners. Ne'er-do-wells. The gone and forgotten.
Why not Bree?
She's cute. She entertains me. Everybody likes the chase, Ivan.
All right. Out with it, monster. The fuck do you want?
Well, nobody's asked me that in a long time. I would love many things. Roast pork. Virgins.
That's weird.
Sacrament. Those
What does
two
that mean?
offer me so many things. I hunger ceaselessly. Do you know what it's like? You know what it's like to ache eternal. You can't. But that's fine. I can tell you what I want. I want Kane Carpenter. I want Kane Carpenter's corpse. And I bet you would be willing to give it to me for some answers.
Answers. And for you to leave my family forever.
We'll have to make some addendums and caveats. Because I can't leave your family forever.
What does that mean?
If I leave your family forever, the sickness that was taking your mother will overtake her and she will die immediately. She's a human, Ivan. She was in her 30s when she bore you. The sickness was going to kill her regardless. Your mother severed her ties in an effort to save her sister. And your sister agreed to no longer associate with her under the guise that I prevent her from dying to a fatal sickness. It's ironic, isn't it? So I can't leave your family alone. If I leave your family alone, your stepmother, Saraphina, will die. Well, not that there's much left of her anyway. I've been nibbling upon her soul for a long time. But your mother, she's been cooking for a very, very long time. And while I'm certain she would be astounding in the flavor palette, I'll leave her be. And I'll keep her alive. I'll even leave your brothers be. And your father, too. But you'll have to take me on. And you'll have to give me the body of Cain Carpenter.
So you can just eat at my soul forever.
We can add that into the pact. Listen, I
don't want to. No, I don't want you to eat my soul.
I honor my contracts.
So I take you on. Does that mean you eat my soul? That's what I'm asking.
No. If this is something you do not desire, I strictly desire the soul of the one Cain Carpenter and the being that he's brought onto himself.
You know what it is.
Oh, do I ever? It's not a what, it's a whom. It's the first tier of Kyber. A flash in the pan, a vision of freedom that he longs for. He can't have it, but she'll stop at nothing. Though she is naturally chaotic, she desires her own form of order, and that ceases my consumption. It prevents me from feeding. And no, I don't wish for eternal world domination, and I don't want for everyone in the world to bend over backward for me. I just want to eat.
Just recap. Just need to recap real quick. I get you Cain Carpenter. Dead. I could bring him to you alive if you'd like. You could kill him yourself.
I will ride in the depth of your person, and by your hands, you'll deliver me the death of Cain Carpenter. And it doesn't have to be fast.
And in doing so, you will let my family live a life other than the stepmother, because obviously you said you fucking wrung her dry.
If I leave your stepmother now, something else will take its place. I've created an interesting hole here. And it will wear her like a glove, probably tormenting your family, likely even eating your brothers. Your father, I could care less about at this point. He served his purpose. He has afforded me a herald to create an empire. I have the wealth that I need, so long as I stay in this body. I have the power that I've desired, so long as I stay married to the shell of a man that you know as your father. Your brothers are free for now, even though they are my progeny. I'm proud of that. Didn't know that I could occupy a body and create young. But they're tossaways. Irrelevant. I want the tier of Kyber, and it is with Cain Carpenter. And if you accept, I will keep my honored bond and pact, allowing your mother to live out a tireless and meaningful long life until you leave the mortal coil. And you can determine what happens to your brothers. They are, after all, your kin. I know what kin is like. I have brothers and sisters of my own.
I'll do it then. I will kill King Carpenter.
That's what I wanted to hear.
And this is where we end tonight's session. Right here. Thank you, Frost.
Avi's really cute, Chad. You don't understand. He's just a cute little. He likes cheese like me.
Thank you for giving me the last 3.5 hours. Thought it was going to be long. Didn't know exactly how long, but that was fun. That was really fun. Chat, come back and see us next week. I don't know if Frost is going to be in party. It's at least going to start with the other side of things, what's happening with the rest of the squad. So if this was for you, make sure you hit the follow button. Every follow counts. I'm on my way to, I don't know what it is. Just happiness, I guess. And if you have not, for some reason, followed Frost, you should probably be doing that. Seriously, just go over there. Hit him with a follow. He's great people. That's it for us tonight.